Hi guys. Hi Vincina. Hi Gigi. Thanks for the flowers. Hope you guys are having a good day, good weekend. Everything's melting on my end. I should be more cheerful than what I am, but whatever. Such is life, I guess. Hope everybody's doing better than me. I've had a pretty rough weekend. After losing in the finals in the competition I was in, honestly, guys, the entire time I was in that competition, I was thinking as a winner. I was, using the Salut Yvette, ma belle. I was using the law of attraction, so to speak, and I was really, really, really picturing myself genuinely as the winner, and I was working really hard to maintain getting daily votes, and I'm proud of how far I got in the competition, but I'm very, very disappointed at not winning because that prize money would have literally solved most of all my problems. I would have been able to afford the surgery that I need to take my back and neck out of chronic pain all the time. I would have been able to pay off my student loans. I would have been able to buy myself another vehicle. I would have been able to comfortably pay rent for a year, maybe not have to worry about that for a while. I can't do any of that now, and it's really disappointing, and I've literally been crying about it, and on top of that, I've been dreaming about my kids, dealing with the chronic pain, which is triggering the depression. Let's just keep piling it on, piling it on, piling it on. And then on top of that, I'm punished by Google and YouTube because I have a different set of belief systems. Don't even get me started. But at Christmas time, for those of you that hung out with me around the holidays, you may have remembered the day that I said, Christmas is supposed to be about having family time, presents and gifts and, lots of food and too much drinks and all that kind of stuff, right? Building memories, right? Well, I ended up getting a bonus of like $250 from YouTube. My revenue spiked when that conversation happened. Somebody yelled at me in the chat room, if you remember, that it was Jesus's birthday and that was the only reason for the season and stuff like that. And I was like, to each their own, right? Because I was literally trying to conform to be an even type of a person where you could be a non-believer and come in and hang out. Nobody's going to judge you here. You could be a believer and come in here and hang out. Nobody's going to judge you. Either way, because both are sinners, right? Well, my revenue's been steadily declining since that because I've mentioned God a couple of times. I maybe even said Jesus once, So now I'm down from the $250 spike that they gave me. I'm down to $20. That's how much revenue my fucking channel is making. Pardon my French. They probably love that. Great. Now God's mad because she's swearing. Fuck yourselves. You know what I mean? I've got no patience left. I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging because this is my platform and I have every legal right to express myself in any way, shape, or form. And just because it doesn't agree with YouTube and Google, just because they don't agree and they don't fucking believe the same thing I do, they're going to punish me. I cannot wait for God to come back and bring judgment on everybody. I'm going to be held accountable for my own too. But mark my words, for all the people that keep fucking with my account and doing what they're doing on the YouTube and Google end because they don't like what I believe, mark my words, that is going to come back to haunt you. That is going to come back and bite you. I'm so over the top irritated with all of it, you guys. You know what? If they're going to punish me, well, I guess I'm just going to speak up and love God and be the godly angel sinner self that I am, because I am completely imperfect. But for them to go ahead and reward me financially for being biased or like being non-partial to anything, for them to do that and then take it back because they don't like that I've mentioned God, yeah, screw them. That's exactly how I feel. So you know what? Next time we come live, which is going to be Wednesday at 6, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show all of you guys my YouTube analytics. I'm going to show you how YouTube has steadily declined. They gave me spikes every so often. There was a spike when I had posted Shanann Watts coming home from, her trip the day she got murdered, the last time she entered her home. I was the first person on YouTube to put that up. And so there was a significant spike there. And like I said, there's been other spikes and bullshit since, but there's been a lot more deceit and evil on their part for what they're doing. Mark my words, they're going to be held accountable one day. I don't care if they don't like what the fuck I'm saying. I'm done. Done. I tried to market myself loud and proud, the curvy, mature woman to be the cover model of Miss Jet Set. Would have been awesome. And I think I could have owned the position very well. And I looked at the previous winners and I thought, you know what? I fit right in with these, with the shape, size, and age of all of them. Because the ones that they chose in the past were, there was a couple of slender women, but there was a full figure, a curvy, nice mulatto woman that was chosen. I think she was 2016 or something like that. Regardless, it doesn't matter what your size is. Everybody can look amazing depending on the angle, the clothing, the lighting. Like, there's ways that you make somebody look amazing, like, so whatever, like that whole thing just really pissed me off because I was already set on winning and I was already set on being able to pay for that surgery that I need so damn bad that I can't afford and I can't get. And I'm so pissed off. Like, I'm ready to start going through the legal channels to sue somebody to fucking help me with this goddamn pain, because it's enough to make somebody want to commit suicide. It is that bad all the time. And it's not fair for somebody to have to live like this at all. I'm so mad. I don't even know what to do anymore. There just seems to be like no fucking help out there for me. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to start anything to help me. Just keep giving my energy and making other people smile and helping everybody else, right? Tax myself till I can't stand anymore and then keep going because that's what's expected. Like, I'm really coming to the end of being happy about all of this. I'm trying so damn hard. It's just not even worth it. What is this? $20 a month for all the fucking work I do, all the research I do, all the fucking reading I do, all the video recording, all the editing, all the uploading, all the sharing. But that's worth it to YouTube and Google because I love God? Like, seriously. Thanks, Marlena. Thanks, Sarah. Billy, I don't know, but everything's going all fucking wonky. On my devices, things are starting to be controlled by something else, someone else. And I can't figure out. So what I'm doing is I'm minimizing. I'm taking people off to see if it's helping. Erasing all the fucking settings, erasing all the data, starting the devices over. I'm doing everything I can to figure it out. And I'm hoping that I'll eventually figure it out. But I guess that's what they count on, right? That's what the evil and the hackers and the haters want. They want to throw me off. They want to take my shine. They want me to be negative and rude and mean. They want me to be a pessimist when naturally I'm an optimist. And I plan on being very successful in life. So it really doesn't matter if they want to just take away, because it's going to pay off later. I mark my words. It might not be here on earth, but it's going to pay off. I will own it all because of the mistreatment. But that'll happen one day. Mark my words. Premonitioning in the house. It is so unbearable. I'm so sick and tired of it. Every single day I have to get up and put on braces to hold myself in because my muscles won't reelasticize. My skin is hanging loose. It's not like crazy hanging down to the ground, but it's pulling so bad, and it has been for so many years. It's caused bulging discs all through my fucking spine. But nobody wants to fucking help me with the damn surgery. Like, seriously. I don't understand this world. I'm not a part of this world. I am not of this world. That's probably why I hate life so much. It's exactly why I have a secret death wish. I cannot wait to be out of pain. I cannot wait to not have to deal with all the haters and the bullshit and the people on this fucking earth. This is the worst shithole in the planet. Like, please. Come on, where's the kindness? Where's the nice people? I'm just supposed to be nice all the time and nobody does that back? What is that? Whatever. You know, that's what I said. Today is a real talk day. They want to punish me? Well, here you go. Here you fucking go. I'm just so unbelievably upset about everything. Between the competition, my family, my kids, and this shit, it's beginning to be a little too much. Meltdown? Go fuck yourself, pest. Piece of shit. You think I give a crap what you think? Dumbass. Live in the shittiest place in the whole fucking planet, for real. Mars has got to be better than this fucking shithole. For real. Fucking serious. What a fucking joke. Such a joke. Go ahead and still keep thinking you're winning, though, right? Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Like, whatever already. I'm so done with it all, y'all. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Popping, cracking, snapping. Like, let's just give me some more pain. I really thought I was going to win and I was going to be able to take myself for surgery and get myself out of pain. I really fucking thought that. Everybody who's out here in the world doing opiates and shit like that, I've never even touched this stuff, ever. And I've got the worst pain. On an everyday level, it's literally fucking an 8. Every day. And every day I push myself. So fucking done. Kids don't want to fucking talk to me. My family doesn't fucking talk to me. Like, I'm so done. I'm so done. emotional pain, spiritual pain, physical pain, mental pain. How much more am I supposed to fucking deal with in this goddamn world? Seriously. I've been crying for days, you guys. That's why I didn't even bother putting on any makeup. I'm like, I'm not even doing it today. I try to put my best face forward for everybody. I try to bring interesting stories. I accept everybody who comes to the platform, whether or not you give me hate or not. I am accepting of you all. And yet I'm the one that continuously gets shit on. How is any of that fair? No, I didn't tell Marlena. I told that stupid the pest is the name of the person. No, I don't take those kinds of pills, Gianna Marie, because I like to work through the emotions that are going on. It's not healthy to just keep taking medication after medication after medication and covering it up. And eventually it's got to come out. Eventually you're going to have to say what is bothering you, to work through it, to get over it, right? I'm over the fact that I'm not going to make any fucking money over here. Like I've been trying since 2017 and I've never made more than fucking $200. So seriously, like what a joke. It's a good damn thing that I have like 5 avenues of fucking money coming in and I wasn't actually relying on any of this though. Like seriously. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. So like I said, I'm going to show you the YouTube analytics so you can just see how fair, how honest, how great the platform is. It's a joke. No, it wasn't Marlena. It was the pest. That's the name of the person. The pest. How fitting. I work so freaking hard to cover stories, bring information, be a positive light, you know? I really do. And it's just like, it's not even like appreciated. It's just like, whatever. It's just Sherry again. You know what I mean? Every other platform is just doing like kick ass, right? All the liars and the haters and the thieves, the ones who go around other channels and take information and videos and go and use them for their own good. Those are the ones that get hundreds of thousands of viewers and views because they're being deceitful. So YouTube and Google are rewarding it. And I've proven it by what I've done with my own actions. By acting as though Christmas was not about Jesus. It was actually about family and food and drinks and gift exchange and all that jazz. I get rewarded. After I get upset about a topic and I suddenly blow out, oh my God, suddenly my revenue is cut. So I'll show you all of that so you guys can actually see it. For those of you that are creators and you are one of those people I just mentioned, well, you'll be able to see exactly what I see. So carry on being your evil self because you'll continue to get rewarded. Oh, now you're going to put in headphones. We listened to Ronnie Watts and nobody's got headphones in. Everybody's like, I can't hear anything. Come on, and you're blowing off our headphones. Like I said, I just can't make anybody fucking happy, it seems. A lot of channels need to be shut down, but mine probably will end up being one of them, right? Because I decide to voice and show the actual truth about them. Load of shit. Good luck in the fucking future. Good luck. Good luck when God comes back to judge you. Or good luck when you die and you get to judgment. Good fucking luck then trying to climb your ass out of what you did to everybody else in this world, including me. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. I know I'm a sinner and I don't always say things like I should and I swear and stuff like that. I've never claimed to be perfect. but I certainly know that I have a good heart and I'm a good person. How do I know that? Well, I'm fucked over all the time. So that, for one, shows it. Seriously. I just can't even do the pain medications. I take naproxen for inflammation. It's 500 milligrams. And that's, it as far as, or like Tylenol or like Advils and stuff like that. But I don't do anything other than medical marijuana for my pain. That's what I use. I use that because it's the most natural. It doesn't have chemicals, and the CBD doesn't even have THC in it. So you don't get high. It just takes away your pain temporarily. So you feel good for a moment or three. It's gone quite quickly. Don't mistake me. Why does it take me having to blow off to get more than 10 people in here? You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Other people, literally hundreds of viewers and commentators and interested people in having discussions with each other. I offer a non-bullying platform where nobody's going to get bullied. Nobody's going to get ganged up on because I'm on it. I'll fucking block anybody who does anything like that, right? And I get 10 viewers maybe on lives. The only reason there's 23 people here right now is because I'm upset. And they're like, oh my God, she's going crazy, meltdown mode. No, I'm fucking fed up. I'm done with everybody mistreating me. I don't deserve that. I never deserved that. I accepted it when I was younger, though. Sure as hell don't fucking accept it anymore. But like I said, continue. Go ahead. Keep punishing me. Keep taking all the fucking revenue. Whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. Every day I log in and I check the dashboard, and that's exactly what I say to the computer. Go fuck yourselves. You think I care anymore? I'm fucking done. The only reason I'm doing this anymore is because I'm interested in the story, is because perhaps I like to chat with some of you guys here. But there is absolutely no monetary anything over here happening, and there hasn't been for a long time. This started happening literally like 2018, you guys. It's been going on for years that I've been trying to hold this, happy and perfect fucking whatever. And meanwhile, I'm being fucked up the ass every chance I turn around. Yeah, I guess they do love to see people hurt. I guess that's why people like to see me in pain. I guess that's why people fucking choose me to try to scam, or, the Christmas gifts that I sent at Christmas time. I never got anything back for that. Hundreds of dollars gone to somebody I don't even know. Hope she liked it. Got fucked. Oh well, tried to make my Christmas a little bit happier. It didn't work, but who fucking cares, right? It's me. Who cares? You know what, Sergeant Kobe? I have the biggest faith in God. I literally pray twice a day, actually throughout the day. If I find myself that I need strength, I will literally just say, Lord, please give me some strength right now. Honestly, I tap into God so much. I bet you if I didn't have him in my life, I would have long already killed myself. Because who can handle this shit world without God is what I want to know. I guess you can be made to fake that you're okay. You can be made to think. You can be fooled that you're okay because you're taken care of, like with your things, with stuff. So I guess you could think you're taken care of. You don't even know. If you're a non-believer, you don't even know what that God feeling of his big, strong body wrapping himself around you to hold you and give you that comfort. You don't even know what it's like to hear that tiny voice tell you he's got you. You don't even know. I mean, it's so empowering. I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell the world about it. Every single song you hear on all the pop charts and all that jazz, every single one of them could be changed into a godly song. You could change all those love-making songs into a relationship of love with your Father in heaven. Honestly, it's what I do. What kind of music do I like? Christian rap. I like to listen to Christian radio music. I like the good messages. Think I'm going to hold back now? No. Go ahead and take all my money. I'll just fucking speak the way I want to speak, and I won't make anything here, right? That's just the way it's going to be. There's only one person that's always been there for me, and that is God. If I didn't have him, I wouldn't be here today. I know that for sure. Of all the pain and all the trauma and all of the stuff that I've been through, there's no way I'd be sitting here alive today if I didn't have God. But mark my words, all this evil, all this crap is one day going to come back and bite every single one of you people that are in control of that. So good luck with that. Yes, Carl, hi. I'm sorry I missed saying hello to you. But anyway, Sergeant, my point of the whole thing is that I've tapped into God about my pain. He helps me manage a lot of it, but it's always there a little bit. I have huge faith that, he could just take it away, but this has been happening for years. These bulging discs that have slowly developed since I was a kid after being hit by a car. So, I mean, this has been going on, and I've had God in my life since I was like 7, I remember, was my first inviting Christ into my heart moment. Okay. So I've been watched over by him since I was a wee little kid. You know what I mean? I fell away. I honestly got so mad at him sometimes because I thought you could fix my life in a second, and yet you don't. But all of the things that I've been through have prepared me for something greater that's coming. I wouldn't be the warrior woman I am today if I hadn't have gone through half the crap I've been through. I wouldn't even be as smart as I am today after all the scams and shit I've been through, taken advantage of, used, abused, hurt, thrown away, stepped on. You know what I mean? But they say in the Bible that the Christians, the ones who truly do believe and the ones who really do have a relationship with God, the chosen ones, God's children, are the ones that are going to have the most trouble. They are the ones that are going to be hated the most because of exactly that reason. Everybody, the Palestinians and all the, Galatians and all the other people in the world hated Jesus. Like, I mean, there were so many of them that just hated him for no reason. He was doing good works, healing, miracles, helping, healing some more. I mean, he was right there helping the dirtiest and the baddest people to get better, right? That's who he came for. He didn't come to collect the people who are already super close with him. He already knows where they're going. He's coming to try to collect all the people that have been taken over by evil to get them to his side. That he loves them. He created them. Mark my words that some of them are going to die evil, though. They're going to go to hell, right? But he said that those people that really, truly love him are the ones that are going to have the most hate and problems in the world. And that's what sucks. But the contrary is to just not believe and go with some evil form and hope that maybe the good will come out of that. I don't know. That just doesn't sound like a right, it doesn't sound like the right way to me. Oh, you should scream, Gigi. Every week, twice a week, I get on here and I'm live and I work and I help and I put out stories and I do research. I try to put up extra stories besides those 2 lives, which means I'm focusing on my platform multiple times throughout the week, which takes time, okay, that takes time away from other jobs that I could be making money at, right? So I can't really, focus fully on it, especially if there's no revenue coming in. It doesn't even pay me to do any of it. So I can't focus that much on it anymore. I need to focus on the things that are going to bring in revenue, that are going to make me successful. Just because YouTube and Google hate me because I love God doesn't mean I'm going to quit. You think I'm going to let them win? They'll have to shut me the fuck down if they want to win. And if that's what they choose to do, oh well, like I said, you'll reap what you sow one day. Aw, that's so sweet of you, Marlena. I wish I could talk to my daughter at all. I tried to reach out to her. She won't respond. I've tried several times reaching out to her over the years. It's a whole nother level of pain that I get to deal with every damn day. When you don't have anybody helping to pick you up, sometimes it gets hard, Oh my God. Seriously. I'm not going to give up, but like, God damn. Why does this have to be so freaking hard? This is like, whatever. Like I said, all of it's going to pay off. It's just probably not going to be here. It's going to be in the afterworld. They think they're going to die with everything they're creating. No, they're going to fuck themselves, and they're going to have to lay in the beds they make after screwing everybody over. Then they're going to get screwed. God's just giving them a chance to turn themselves around, to make a better choice. And every day that they wake up and they make the same shitty choices is another day added on for my goodwill. Thank you very much. Thank you, Marlena. I'm definitely in the dark today. I'm really I'm just so mad. I'm like not even willing to hold it in anymore, I've been trying for years to stay positive, despite the fact that the revenue has not been coming in. It just doesn't come in, okay? They have all my stuff, and when I reach $100, well, then I get it. But every $20 a month, I don't see that. It doesn't come until you hit $100 threshold. They're just the greediest, ugliest people ever. But like I said, God's trying to give them a chance to make a good decision, to turn it around. They just keep failing all the time. I wonder one day if they'll ever go good. I wonder. Girl, I cry so much. That's why I have 6 boxes of Kleenex all over my house. There's one in my bedroom, there's one in the living room, there's one in the bathroom, there's one in the kitchen, and there's extras in the foyer. There's literally Kleenex in every fucking part of my house because that's what I mainly do. I spend a lot of my time crying because I'm so down and depressed. I wish that I could change things about my kids and my family, and none of that has ever changed. That's been going on since I was a teenager. Like, I haven't even ever felt very loved from my family. But as a teenager, they finally decided to ship me out of the house and put me in CFS. I honestly, like, my mom didn't ever even take time to sit down to explain anything to me. It was always like I was in trouble because I didn't do something right. I couldn't do anything right enough for her. And she was never proud of me. I don't think I ever heard, "I'm proud of you," from either of my parents. Ever. Ever. Like, I'm so fucking damaged from all their shit and they don't even want to own any of it. They don't think they did anything wrong. Like, it's just so far gone now, the level of hurt that's been raising constantly. I'm surprised I'm even able to smile at all some days. But I really do try to push myself. I really do try to stay positive. I really do try to not let this shitty ass world get me down. But after a couple of years, I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I really had to let this shit out. And then when I lost that competition recently, like I tell you, I was already picturing being able to go into the doctor's office and hand him a cash or check to say, here, just do the surgery already so I don't have to be in pain every goddamn day. That's another thing that I think God will take care of too one day. All the pain that I have to deal with every day is what they're going to have to deal with later, because it chose not to help me, because they chose not to do the surgery at a prorated price. Like, one day they're going to be living with the pain I'm living with, and it's going to be too late by then for anybody to say I'm sorry or try to fix anything. It's going to be done deal, and they're going to be stuck with that life. I'm not mad at you, Billy. I'm just so overwhelmed with the level of shit that I have to deal with absolutely no help. I don't know what else to do. But I definitely need to release this anger, and I need to get out what's bothering me. And you guys need to know the truth. Why am I going to sit here and lie and act like everything's okay when YouTube and Google are doing what they're doing? Huh. No, you guys are going to be able to see it firsthand for yourself unless they shut the channel down before I get a chance to show you. Because I'm done. The truth's going to come out. You guys can see it for yourself. Well, if they shut it down, then you know that they have a lot to hide. They probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm going to grab another cup of coffee. Try not to curse and swear the whole way there. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Seriously. No, you didn't do anything wrong, Billy. Thank you for loving me regardless. I sure wish there was more than just 10 people that felt like that out of the 8,700 and something that are on there. Like, where is everybody? Seriously. Can we make this venting session a regular thing? Thanks for the chuckle on that, but you're welcome, Carl. Carl was nice enough to take me to the sea yesterday so I could finally get another meat package. The town I live in only has like pork meat packages, and I really am sick and tired of pork, so I went to the city and I got a nice meat package. So I was thankful for that. Pain and money worries, you got that. Hello, we only have one life. I can't wait for mine to be over. I'm so done with this life. Like, the sooner the better, please. Thanks, Carl. I don't even deserve all this hate. I'm a nice person. I'm easy to get along with, for fuck's sakes. Like, seriously. But because you can't shit all over me or you can't make me evil, you don't like me, so you're not even going to reward me for any of my work? Like, seriously. What's going on? A lot. Well, it sucks that your family doesn't understand, but at least you have family. I haven't had a relationship or contact for years. It's like, whatever. Tanya, I'm sorry that you lost your mom. That's always heartbreaking to hear if they had a relationship, right? Like, I mean, if you're close and you had that mother-daughter thing, I could see that being a really hard thing to have to deal with, the fact that you've lost that. If you've never had that, though, it there's just no way it's going to feel like the same loss, in my opinion. And both of them are still alive, but when the day comes, I doubt I'll even get a phone call that anybody's even gone. I doubt I'll even know, because nobody talks to me. So thank you for the roses, prayers, kiss emojis, hearts, and butterflies. I appreciate it. When you deal with chronic pain, it just makes everything harder. Everything just gets more difficult. Even just cleaning the damn house. Like, I'm just like, oh, seriously. I literally pray every day that God can just help my muscles re-elasticize. Like, could you just help me fix this? I feel like the only reason that I'm still going through this and he hasn't just taken it away is because he's trying to give the humans, the people that have met with me, have seen my doctor's reports, have gone through the process with me. He's trying to give them a chance to do what's right, instead of charging me thousands of dollars when they can clearly see that there's a problem. Like, I've said this before, it'd be different if you couldn't see anything wrong, but you can see what's wrong and you still choose not to do anything. That's where you're wrong. Those doctors and the specialists and surgeons and all the people, down to the nurses and everything, like, all of them have an opportunity to help. You know what I mean? That's too bad. We only have one life. I'm sorry to hear that. So many people just going through life not feeling loved, feeling, rejected and abandoned and unloved. It's just heart-wrenching. If there's one thing I could spread with this platform other than it being a non-bullying platform, it would be try that relationship. If you've never tried God, honestly, I don't think you're going to regret it. In all honesty, he will take away some of those things for you and make it easier to deal with. But there's days where it's just like, I'm so sick of having to deal with this at all. Thank God he's there to help me, because without him, I don't think I would have been able to deal with it at all. But it's just, it's hard to have to deal with these kinds of things every day. No break. No hour of the day is there a break. That's true, Billy. That's true. But I mean, I don't have a relationship with them. They've been so brainwashed to think I'm the worst person on the face of the fucking planet that they don't talk to me. They're right in the same bucket as my family. They don't talk to me either. They disowned me years ago that I was the problematic person. None of them were. It wasn't a two-way street. It was all me. Whatever. That is so too bad. I hope you sued the person who ran you over. I would have sued the person that ran me over, but I was a kid and my mom didn't want to do that. So just got stuck with dealing with all the pain. Hi, Norma. Thanks for joining. Well, they're in my heart, but that's the part that hurts the most, is because they're there and I can't physically have any kind of contact in any way. No text, no pictures, no nothing. Nothing. No phone calls, no nothing. Hi, Nancy. Well, it's been 47 minutes of ranting. I'm not going to lie. Like, if anybody wants to know what the hell is going on with my channel and what the hell is going on in my life, all they need to do is listen to what the hell I've all said here. I don't know what else to say, but to repeat it all now is redundant. So I'm sorry. Oh, I pray every day, Yvette, that they're going to see the light. I pray every day for their safety. I pray every day for their guidance. I pray every day that God turns their hearts back towards me. I'm still waiting. But I guess that's going to make all the evil people really happy, right? Oh, there's there now. She's praying to God. God's not even answering her. Ha 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 ha. Like, seriously. All of these things are happening for reasons. And I believe that it is because the other fucking humans that are involved in all these situations are being given chances to try to make things right, yet they're continuing to do things wrong. Thank you, Carl. Sounds like your life too, Pauline. Well, I'm so sorry that you're going through any of what I'm going through too, because it's just absolutely overwhelming and it's absolutely crushing. It's crushing in every way. That people say that to me all the time, like, oh, you're so beautiful. Who cares? Like, beauty doesn't get you anything unless you're the evil bitch who uses her beauty to fuck people for money and, you know what I mean, to get ahead in life. Well, maybe the beauty will help those kind of people and they might feel like they're being taken care of. But that's not going to pay off in the end. I've been celibate for years. I wish my family would wake up too, but I'm not going to hold my breath waiting for that phone call. Maybe I should, and then I can die and I don't have to deal with any of this shit anymore. Life sucks when that's your mentality. Like, I just can't wait to die. Seriously. This world sucks. Nothing's been kind to me. Nothing's been rewarding or good. I've been raped. I've been beaten. I've been battered. I've been thrown away. I've been rejected. Beauty doesn't mean fuck all. Who cares? Seriously. I guess it does, like I said, for the people who will use it stupidly to their advantage. But that's not me. Yeah, patience wasn't one of my virtues. He did not bless me with much patience. I got to say that for real. And I try to exercise it every day because, like I said, we've been doing this channel since 2017, and I've been trying to bring a positive light, a non-bullying platform, amazingness with interesting stories, welcoming everybody, whether you're, evil or good. I don't care. I'm the one here that's not being judgmental. Everybody's welcome. And I get stolen from, my videos taken, the information used, and they're all profiting. Mark my words that is going to bite you in the ass one day if that's how you're living your life. Yeah, I do realize it will be worth it when I go home. It sure as hell isn't worth it here. This is hell on earth. That's why people say, "Oh, if God was so real, why doesn't he just help the world then and, clap his hands and everybody's saved and everybody's good?" Cuz he's giving the humans their free will like he fucking promised. And everybody's going ape shit, power tripping, cutting people off, stepping on them, taking from them, using and abusing them. That's going to bite every single one of those fucking people in the ass one day. Lord, forgive me for swearing so much. I'm so sorry. Seriously. I need to straighten out. Ugh. I get so mad at myself sometimes. But he's definitely got that free will was for real. So everybody's got it. You can choose to believe in what you want. You can choose whatever. You want to be a man. You want to be a woman. You want whatever. It doesn't matter. Go for it. That's your choice. But all of our choices one day are going to have to be held accounted for. Each and every one of us were fearfully and beautifully made. You know what I mean? None of us were made as mistakes. But everybody that's in our lives that does things like this to us, like those branches are going to end up paying off in the afterworld. Not here. I'm sure it's not going to happen here. The evil's going to continue profiting and doing evil and then, taking care of their evil people, but when the day comes that everybody's held accountable, all of those things that you chose to do instead of good are going to haunt you. You're going to have to live with that for eternity. So it is your choice, good or bad, your choice. But I'm done with trying to conform. I tried to be nice, to not be necessarily expressing my belief system so much. I tried to be impartial. Like, okay, I might be expressing that and turning away the non-believers when I want to bring them to the platform. I don't want to exclude anybody. I don't care what you believe in. We can still have an interesting interactive conversation and debates about various topics, right? So I'm trying to be impartial, trying to have an open platform where everybody could feel welcome. Well, that didn't work out too well when YouTube and Google started punishing me. So I thought, you know what? If that's what's going to happen, well, then I might as well just go full tilt, right? Forget it. Now you can really see the true heart that I have, where I do put everything into God. There is literally nothing that I do that I don't put him first in. Honestly, I wake up every day. It's the first thing I fucking turn to is my Bible. Again, I'm sorry. Seriously. First thing I turn to is my Bible, is him. I put him first so that the rest of the day hopefully goes, smooth. At the end of my day, I thank him for everything. I again hit the Bible and I read that. And again, I pray my good nights and I pray for the world. I ask him to watch over every man, woman, and child. I ask him specifically to send down 1 billion angels to help with the people that are being starved and abused and unloved and abandoned and alone. And I honestly ask him to go and help the world. I feel like without my prayers, maybe some people aren't doing that, right? So maybe my prayer is actually helping other people in the world. I just don't know it yet, But literally every night, like 1 billion trillion angels, put them on every side of the people who need it. Like, let's go, Like we needed this yesterday kind of thing, God. That's kind of how I act. Everything that I do, it's God first. God first, God first, God first, God first. I'm a Jesus freak, okay? I don't judge anybody because you know what? That's not my job. That's God's job. So I don't care what you do with your life, what you believe in, who you sleep with. I don't care. That's your life. I don't judge it. It's not my business. Well, he certainly gave that free will. So everybody has a chance to do whatever the hell they want. But the rule book is basically the Bible. So the things that are written in there, like, God created man and then woman, and they were to be together in marriage to, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I mean? All the good things that he put into the Bible and stuff, like those are our rules for how we're supposed to govern ourselves. That's the way I believe. Okay. So I try to govern myself like that. The 10 commandments, I try to follow those. I try not to lust for other people's stuff, right? Even though my car broke down, I don't have one. I really wish I did, but I'm not going to envy others, I'm not going to steal someone else's man just because I'm so beautiful. You know what I mean? I govern my life according to what I'm supposed to do. Did I always do this? Hell no. No, I had my own free will and choices, and I made a ton of bad ones. Trust me, I really did. But I also ask for forgiveness for all of those things and try to move on. As much as I keep beating myself up and asking for forgiveness for the same damn things all the time. Honestly. Hi, Clifton. Hi, Nicole. The Bible is my map. I've literally read it cover to cover every year for the past 5 years. Front to back, that's what I do. I read a little bit every day, and each year that I reread that book, I find new messages and things that pop out to me that I'm like, how did I not see that last time or something? For real. Where it's like this message comes to me in a different way. The voice tells me information that I need in order to continue being a good, godly angel soul. Now, the swearing and stuff, well, that's not very godly of me, but that's my sinner self, right? That's me with my free will. I'm angry and I'm letting it get to me. And the devil's like, oh, I heard that. She swore again. Like, whatever. Screw him. Screw all the evil. I really don't care. Everybody's going to be held accountable, myself included. Yeah, that's true, Yvette. God, I know it's your plan. Just help me through it. I do often say, just give me strength to deal with this. Because if I was dealing with it on my own, I already would have went freaking crazy. I would have lost my damn mind after having the babies that I carried for 9 months ripped away from me the way they were. I mean, honestly, it felt like my inside soul left my body when they were ripped away from my life. That hole has never been filled by anything else other than God. I mean, thank God you're here for me because I would have went crazy. I would have already committed suicide. I'm sure of it. Sure of it. But his strength has certainly given me my strength to be able to carry on and push forward and keep putting on that smile and trying to be positive. As much as all the haters fricking win, keep it up though. You got your free will too. You're going to be held accountable one day though. Thanks, Norma. Yeah, I live an hour away from the big city where there's a lot more stores and stuff, so it's not even walkable. It's an hour drive. So I mean, you can imagine how long it would take to walk, right? So eventually, but whatever. God gives me the things that I need. I may not have everything I want, but he certainly gives me everything I need, you know? So as much as I bitch and complain, what's 2 days, Carl? Your wrestling thing you're going to? Yeah, walking to Winnipeg probably would take that, no doubt. Honestly, it would probably take half a day. It would probably take like 4, 5, 6 hours kind of thing, almost half a day, but a third of the day. God keep me from killing myself in 2013. Then in 2019, ran over by a truck. Kept me here again. I pray daily for his plan. No kidding. That's riveting, no doubt. I do try to do things to make myself happy, but uh the extra revenue that YouTube could be giving me for all my hard work might be able to pay for something like that. But I got other things I got to worry about, like my student loans and my regular bills and my medications and stuff. I mean, it's just not that easy, to say, okay, well, today I'm going to make myself happy and go to the spa for the day. And, that's hundreds of dollars to do. If one of your revenue streams is no longer coming in, like it kind of minimizes even having any ability to be able to go and do that, right? So, and I've never been one to ask you guys for donations. I've never been one to request, subscriptions or to, make you pay for my channel in any way, shape, or form. The donations that I have gotten have been like gloriously appreciated. I've always given the shout outs right away when it happens and stuff like that. So, as far as following the YouTube ethics and the Google ethics of stuff, I've been doing that. I took all their courses. I know it's unethical to talk about clicking ads for more money for your channel. Like, you're not allowed to do shit like that. I wish I would have been, smart enough in that moment when that one viewer told me that on the last live while I'm just waiting for this ad to finish, which makes me wonder, how are you listening to what's going on in the channel and watching an ad? How do you know what I'm talking about if you're doing that, right? I have already long ago read in like 2017 when I went through it all. Like, you just don't ask your customers or your viewers to do that. It's unethical. And if YouTube finds out about it, they could punish your channel for it, especially if you're abusing it and you're clicking on things you're not even interested in. So again, it makes me feel like the haters are just trying, like as if I didn't know that. So they're going to say, oh, look, I'm doing this for you to make it seem like they're doing something good for me. Meanwhile, they're just looking to get me to say something, trip up to get my channel in trouble. It's like, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Just pisses me right off how many fucking haters there are in this goddamn world. This is just the biggest shithole place in the world. Like in the world. And I don't mean this world, the planet. Everything. All the other planets that are out there, guaranteed they got to be better than this one. The one that's blazing fire has got to be better than this fucking one. Huh. No, Nancy, I'm sorry. They're coming. I promise. Just takes a little bit of time. Thank you for your prayers, One Life. I do lives twice a week, every week, Wednesdays and Sundays, 6 p.m., 1 p.m. Central Time. If anybody's interested. That's a good idea. Turn my mess into a message. I'm used to just asking him to help me deal with the messes. Help me not to lose my fucking mind dealing with this shit. So sorry. I keep swearing. Seriously. Yes, I know he'll make a way. I know he's there for me. I know that all of this is going, it's for something. It's for the end game kind of deal. You know what I mean? He's giving everybody the chance. Everybody. Yeah, I know, Carl. Yeah, there's a lot of them, Norma. I had a YouTube or a Facebook friend recently message me and tell me that she's wanting to start up her own channel and she's looking for some tips and, tidbits and stuff. And I mean, I just straight out told her, like, it's a lot of work, but there's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people out there that don't want you to succeed. They want to steal your ideas and use them as their own. It's really sad. It really is. Because there's no regulation or anything, really. There's the copyright stuff. But if you don't know that somebody's taken a copy of your stuff and you don't know what channel that stuff of yours is on, good luck trying to figure that out and put the copyright out, right? So they're just going to profit off of their theft of whatever information they took. Fuck fair use. They don't give a shit. They're just like out for themselves. And it's very obvious. It's very obvious. You can see the sheer greed seething from them. Whatever. Like I said, free will. Good luck. See you in the next life. Probably not, but Have a good day, Gigi. Like I said, though, to like Moki, you're saying like ask God to turn your message to a message and stuff. I do get messages from him. I do get that voice telling me, like I got the voice telling me that God was trying to allow these humans who have the power, the surgeons and the nurses and the doctors, he's trying to allow them to do the right thing. So I have to suffer while they choose to do the wrong thing. But in the end, it's going to pay off. It's going to be a good thing for me and not for them. So they may think that they're doing good now and they may, whatever, and they'll probably get away with it for now kind of thing. You know what I mean? Later, when we are dead and we are being judged is when that's going to happen. When that book's going to come out to look at everything that we've done kind of thing, So I do feel like I've gotten some messages as to why I'm continuing to suffer, why there hasn't been a quick clap to fix my life kind of thing, right? He needs to give these people the opportunity to do the right thing. And if they continue to choose to do the wrong thing, like I said, when we die, that's when we're held accountable. Thank you, Norma. They really don't give a flying fuck. You really don't. See, I'm not weak because I've been through a lot of bullying when I was a kid and stuff. I was never the popular girl. I always had a bigger bum and hips and like I was curvy. I was always a curvy girl. So I was marked as being the fat girl. It didn't matter how pretty I was. Everybody made fun of me. I was not popular. But that, and I mean, you can't even imagine how many days I went home crying to my parents about the bullying and crying. I mean, nobody stuck up for me. I was the oldest in my family. So, I mean, I was the one sticking up for my brothers when they were getting bullied. I would get in the middle of him and the other guy, and I would push the guy, and I'd be like, you leave my brother alone. You know what I mean? But I didn't have that because I was the oldest, and my parents didn't fucking know what to do. They never did anything about the bullying. Nothing ever happened about it. They would always just tell me, "Oh, it's just because they're jealous of you. It's just because they like you." I'm like, "What?" Like that doesn't even make any fucking sense. If somebody likes you, they're not going to make fun of you and make you feel bad. That logically that messes with your mind because you're supposed to accept wrong treatment and think that that's like and love. That couldn't be more fucked up than I don't even know, man. That's like the worst information I could have probably gotten as a kid. Huh. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't believe them. I was just like totally confused. So all of that bullying and all of that bullshit, I lost my virginity to getting raped by a school freaking person, like somebody I went to school with that was in a higher grade than me. All of these traumatic things that happened sure gave me some tough skin. You know, especially when I was thrown out of the house at 14 years old, given over to Child and Family Services. Like, boy, oh boy, did I need to gather up my tough skin real fast, you know? Nobody was there to help me or stick up for me or do anything kind. I was just constantly like pushed away and thrown away and like whatever. So all of that shit certainly helped for this. But forget it if I'm going to try to conform, if I'm just going to get punished. If you're just going to take my revenue away anyways, well, then I guess I might as well just speak my mind. You could have rewarded me for all my hard work and all of the uploads. You could have rewarded me for that. But oh no, because I was like, oh my God, all of a sudden my $250 goes to nothing. So now I get nothing, and I'm still trying to put on a bright smile and come here positively. Well, not today, anyways. Today is about raw, real talk. For real. Oh yeah, they gave me to Child and Family Services when I was 14. I'm surprised you don't know that. I've covered that in many of my lives because it's been something that stuck with me. It affected me so badly. I'm still damaged from it. I mean, I seriously think I have like post-traumatic stress disorder from it. Like I was already a really sheltered kid. I wasn't even allowed off of my street until I was like 12 years old. So all throughout my childhood, like very sheltered, didn't really go further than the front and backyard. You know what I mean? And played with a couple neighbors and stuff. And then at 14 years old, bam, out in the real world, I was in foster homes and group homes and like you cannot even imagine how angry I was. I tried to go back to my family. I tried to go back and talk about it and work through it and come home. And you know what they did? They got on the phone, they called CFS, and a van pulled up to pick me up and take me away again. They wanted nothing to do with me. And they also wanted me to have nothing to do with my brothers. So they cut all forms of communication in that sense. I was blocked from being able to call or talk to them. Unbelievable. But they didn't do anything wrong. Whatever. Seriously. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so over the years, we've tried talking, and every time I bring this up to try to get some answers as to why the fuck that was the response, why was I just put out of the house and not loved and just not taught anything, just goodbye. Why was that okay? Every single time we get to that question, it's that the relationship is severed and we end all communication at that point. They don't think they did anything wrong. So they don't want to even answer the question, and they never have. Never. And I've been trying since I was 14 to find out. I've got so much trauma and drama and all the crap in my head about all of that. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't even think I deserve to be loved because of that. Like, seriously. I'm so damn scared to give my heart to anybody to be hurt again. Like, forget it. It's unbelievable. I've literally been traumatized from such a young age. I just can't even get over it. There's many times where I've said, okay, I think we've talked about this enough. I'm going to shelf this shit. I'm not talking about it. And it always comes back. It always comes seething back up somehow. Every time. I've gone through years of counseling to try to help. Somebody recently mentioned that I should give hypnosis a try. I was going to try hypnosis when I was a teenager, and my mom stopped it. I was underage, right? So she had authority to say yes or no. And when she heard that the counselor was thinking about hypnosis, she was like, no, that's the way that evil gets into your mind. She's not doing that. So I never, ever went through hypnosis. I don't even know really what I would expect afterwards. Like, is that supposed to mentally retrain your brain to be, to forget about that traumatic stuff so that it doesn't hold you back anymore? Like, I don't even know. So much bullshit, so much hurt, so much pain, emotional, mental, physical. Like, what else is next? I just don't even know. All right, one more cup of coffee. We're going to try to be positive and, because I don't want to end this on the negative note, but I don't know how else we're going to try to be positive today. I really don't. Jeez. We're going to try, though. Jesus, give me strength to be positive. I can't do this without you. You know that, Lord. No, I don't talk to my brothers. They don't talk to me. My youngest brother is so corrupted with the same way that my parents think about me. The last thing I remember my little brother saying to me was, well, you were always so angry. And I'm like, Mom and I were always fighting, like all the time. I mean, my mom slammed cupboards, she slammed doors, she was always yelling. She'd get us up in the morning by like whipping open the blinds and clap, "Good morning, Vietnam!" Just at the top of her fucking lungs. I mean, you'd be dead asleep and just shock, like wake up like that, And then she would just nitpick about everything that I wasn't doing right and stuff. And every day I'd leave the house and we'd be screaming and fighting and all this crap, slamming doors. And like, it was just chaos all the time. And she always found a way to make it I was the problem. I was me. If I hadn't whatever, she would be fine, kind of thing. Like, I don't even know. There'd be things about cleaning because I didn't do the floors right. I couldn't do the bathroom right. I couldn't cook right. Like nothing. She was never happy, but it was my fault. Honestly, I'll never forget some of these things ever. They're burned into my brain. So much for Mom trying to teach you anything. My kids, though, they think that they're just angels. They've never done anything wrong. I even told a story about how it wasn't even a story. It was the truth. About how my parents were trying to get me to stop sucking my thumbs and stuff. I was really little. I was like, 5 years old kind of thing. 4. I was little. So they decided it would be a good idea to put Tabasco sauce on my thumbs and my fingers so that I would stop, because they didn't want my teeth to be deformed and having to need braces later. So they put Tabasco sauce on me, and then I would get locked in my room. And while if I sucked my thumb or finger for comfort to try to sleep, my mouth would be burning on fire. I couldn't get out of my room. They did the exact same thing to my daughter, who had a completely different mental take on it. She was like, well, they were just trying to help you not have gnarly teeth. So she was okay with that type of treatment. I thought it was absolutely horrific. And growing up later, I realized how traumatic that was. Like, why would you do that to your little kid? You know what I mean? Thank you, Norma. Oh, I make you smile and you care. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't know. I told that story online here, and like they hit the roof. My dad doesn't even remember it. He's like, what lies are you talking about now? I'm like, how do you not remember something like that? Oh, well, I guess because it didn't happen to you, you don't remember now because you've gotten old and you forgot all the shitty things you did. Unbelievable. I found out they did that to my daughter. I was so mad. I was so mad because she was a thumb sucker too, and I knew that. And then I literally still have the answering machine message from her, because it was a recorded answering machine where my daughter's in mid-sentence saying, they did that to me too. And they hung up the phone, cut her off from talking, because she was admitting that they had done that same thing to her. And she's under Child and Family Services. They shouldn't have been doing any of that with her. Unreal. So much garbage, so much stuff, so much crap. None of it's ever going to get worked through. I'm sure of it. Sure of it. So my life might just end like this, where I don't have a relationship with any of them, and that's it. Oh, seriously. Yeah, they have some bad controlling issues. That's for damn sure. Whatever, though. They'll have to be held accountable one day, too. I need to just breathe and give it to God and just say, forget it. This isn't even my fight anymore. It's not my battle. It's between them and God, because I have to wash my hands of it. And I keep trying, and it keeps coming back somehow. And I'm like, how do I just get rid of this? I don't even want to think about it anymore. And I can't stop. It's like always there. I guess so, Carl. I always feel bad though. Like yesterday we're going to the city and I'm sitting there crying, like, that's not a no, I don't think I'm ever going to get the answers, Norma. Never. I try to forget about it. I try to keep myself busy and push forward and smile and be positive. But really, I don't have anything much to be positive about. God's the only thing in my life that's going that's good. So I try to make myself with little like happy with little bits and things and stuff, but it's always temporary. Where you forget about it for a moment because you're, laughing, talking with somebody else about something. So it's not there, but it's always in the back of my mind there. That's what sucks. Like I just can't seem to get rid of it. And I'm so sick and tired of feeling it. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I certainly don't want to have to keep talking and dealing with this. Not having any answers just leaves it open. It's like, it's just like always there. It's just always bleeding. It's always painful. Yeah, I know. But I always feel bad dumping, you know, venting on somebody. I really do. I'm just like, geez. It's not like that. Like, it's not like that's going to get me any help or anything. It's not like that. You would think that it would help emotionally or mentally. It doesn't seem to go away though. Doesn't matter how many years of counseling I've gone through, doesn't matter how much therapy, doesn't matter how much I write stuff down or, keep journals or whatever. None of that matters because it's always comes back. Oh, yeah. They were the ones that ended up taking my kids. And everybody's like, well, I guess, that's probably good. They stay in the family. Well, not if the family is so divided that we don't even talk because they just cut me the fuck out. Like they did to me as a teenager. That's exactly what they did to me as an adult with my own kids. I was not allowed at their home. I was not allowed any contact. Like, unbelievable. I'm their birth mother. How do you feel like you have the right to take me out of that picture? Are you fucking serious? Like, good luck dealing with God on that later. Good luck. So painful. I know, Carl, I really appreciate you doing that, but I mean, I do still feel bad. It's not like anything comes of it. It's not like there's some sort of a remarkable breakthrough of being able to deal with it that creates for that venting to have been worth something. You know what I mean? It's a huge blockage. It's a bleeding pain again, where it's just constantly bleeding pain. Like, when is this going to be over? You know? Yeah, that's probably true, Maria's kitty cats. But my children are, susceptible to all of it, right? So they live in a different province, Kathy. And the last time I tried to go to them when they were living in the same province as me, I was bringing Christmas gifts. I was told to never step foot on that doorstep again, or they would put a restraining order in place. Talk about a right big go fuck you punch in the face, right? All I was doing was dropping off gifts for my kids. And that's what I got told. Regardless, it doesn't matter how much I try. It really doesn't. They're so brainwashed to think I'm the evilest person on the face of the earth. It just doesn't even matter how much I try or what I do right. All the wrong that I had done in the past, that I'm labeled by that, and that's it. That's who I am to them. That's it. It really sucks. My parents are actually only 20 years older than me. My mom is 20 years older than me. My dad is 21 years older than me. So they're not that much older. Oh, I did mail Christmas gifts in 2018. And then, like I said, we got talking again. And I tried to ask them about why all of this had to happen. Why did they have to take the kids to another province where I can't see them? Why did they have to not love me so damn much? And boom, instantly, communication severed yet again. No contact. No, I mean, you would think I murdered somebody or something. You would think I did something so extravagantly horrific that I deserve this. You would think so, right? Because there's just no other reason for somebody to do something like this to their only daughter, right? The only thing I ever did was, well, when I was put outside the home was when I started to do a little bit of drugs, right? But the only thing I did when I was home and living at home was lie about not doing my homework, maybe some back talk. I never swore. I mean, I had reasons for things that I did wrong. I was peer pressured to start smoking in like grade 6 my friend smoked and my best friend, right? And so like we ended up getting caught really young too. But regardless, little things, nothing like crazy. I would lie about homework, not listen sometimes, be on the phone I wasn't supposed to be on. Yeah, like nothing horrible. My brother stole money from them, stole their vehicle, went out joyriding and drinking beer and smashing bottles outside of the van and sold drugs out of their house. Like, but I was the evil one. I was the problematic one. I have no idea. Something is fucking wrong with them. There's no way that I'm the problem in all of this. I'm their only daughter. There's something very wrong with the fact that they had absolutely no patience to try to teach me anything, and they just gave me off to the government. But then they tried to say, well, they were involved in every decision in my life while I was with the government. I never saw them. They were never in my life. I was cut out. I wasn't even allowed to call the house. Like, whatever. My kids were taken away because I wasn't living my best life. I was involved in drugs, and I probably deserved to have them taken away so I straightened the fuck out. Yeah, I can admit that. I've admitted it plenty of times. There's about 600 videos on YouTube here for your perusing that I have often admitted my wrongs and apologized. And I mean, I wish I could go back. I wish I could change it. It's the past. But I made some bad choices in dealing with my life in a bad way with drugs. So, but I deserve to have all of this because of that. I don't even have a fucking adult criminal record, for fuck's sakes. All I did was drugs. Yeah, I should have had my kids taken to straighten out. Yeah. Forever? No. I was selling and doing drugs, and that is the reason that they were taken. And I agree that they should have been. I should have straightened out. I shouldn't have been doing that. I was trying to give them a better life by having more money, and I thought that was a good way to do it, right? Stupid. Very stupid. So yeah, I can admit my wrongs, but life didn't stay like that. I did change. Doesn't matter though. Yeah, no doubt, right, Norma? In all honesty, sometimes dealing with all that shit, it was easier to drown myself in drugs to not have to think about all the pain and the abandonment and the lack of love and support. Yeah, it was easier to deal with them in a way, but I band-aided it. It was just a bandage. I wasn't actually dealing with anything. I was just covering it up to try to keep going, to try to be normal and whatever. I really wasn't dealing with it. So, but yeah, that's the reason that I did it, Norma, was because I was trying to deal with all this traumatic shit and I didn't understand why any of it was happening. And I did deal with it in a negative way. That's my problem, and I took it. Like I was like, yes, I do have a problem. I went for AFM, I went for counseling, I went for programs, and I bettered myself. Should I have lost my kids forever for that? I don't think so. They were never abused, they like whatever. Seriously. Yeah, it's just an unbelievable whole situation. All of this happened back in 2008. So it's already been like 11, 12 years since it all went down. And still, it's very current. It's just like, I can't seem to forget. Those are my babies. And now I don't even have them in my life at all. And my mom, the last conversation I had with her was, she even said that. She was like, I doubt if you'll even have a relationship with your kids. And I thought, why is she saying that? Is she saying that because she's going to make that a thing? She's going to make sure that they don't have a relationship with me? Like, why would she say that? Unbelievable. Oh, I've done the whole writing letter. I've done the email. I've done the phone call. I've done the apologies on my end. I really fucking have. Not even going to lie. I never got a response to the email. Never got a call back from the phone calls. they don't care. They do not want anything to do with me. And that's just the way it is. They're happy like that. It's like they never had a daughter. They're okay with that. For real. It's unbelievable. Ugh. But yeah, I have really exasperated all avenues, Kathy. I really have. And each time I've chosen to reach out, I've been slammed with a door in my face kind of thing. It's not accepted, reciprocated, or even wanted at all. Yeah, I totally agree, Norma, but it took me a lot of years to get to that point because I often felt like it was me that was the problem. It was my fault. How come they don't love me? What am I doing wrong? Unreal. My kids are grown. They still don't want to talk to me. I've tried reaching out. I recently found them on social media and I again tried reaching out. Nothing. No response. In fact, I got blocked from my oldest son on Instagram. So, and I mean, there was actually a girl in this town that I live in that knew who my oldest son was and contacted him. Well, she didn't know him, but she found him on social media and she messaged him and she was trying to tell him this was back in like 2015 or something like that, where she was trying to tell him, how great my life is and how I would love to have them in my life. And, the past is the past and stuff like that. And his response to her was, if I wanted to talk to her, I would talk to her. If I wanted her in my life, I would talk to her. So he's clearly already made up his mind. He wants nothing to do with me. And that hurts me to my very core. Like, I don't know. I have carried this all my life. I completely agree, Moki. I don't know. Everybody keeps saying, just wait, just wait. They'll come back one day. I'm like, I don't know. They're probably not ever going to come back. I've heard people say that to me before too, Julie, and it's just like, why the hell would a mother be jealous of her daughter? What is that? That doesn't seem normal mentally. I'm sorry. That just doesn't even make sense. I, I'm so proud of how beautiful and amazing my daughter is. And I don't even know very much about her accomplishments and achievements and stuff. And I'm so proud just even seeing a still photo of her, of how gorgeous she is. Like, how could a mother possibly feel that emotion, jealousy towards your flesh and blood? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Oh yeah, they've definitely listened to my parents. My mom wears the pants in the family. Whatever my mom says, my dad goes with. She's the boss. I even said that to her a few years ago. I said, you know that you have the power. You have the power to bring this family back together. She could fix some of those negative things that she's said and create for the rest of the family to want to have a relationship again and to try. But she's choosing to continue her hate or whatever the hell's going on over there in her stupid, fucked up mind. Like, I'm thankful, that they did take the kids and they weren't just in some abusive foster home or something like that. But the way that I got cut out of everything was not okay. And I think that if they would have been in a foster home and the foster parents would have seen all the progress, all the programs, the certificates, the counseling, and the efforts that I was making, I strongly believe that the strangers of the foster home would have been more inclined to have me included in their life than to continue the division of no contact. Like, what is that? We are all blood here. None of us are adopted. We are all blood. So I don't understand why my mom thinks this is a good thing to do. Separate the family and divide, and I'm the only one that's left out. Like, what is that? I don't understand that. I could never do this to my children. Never. Never. I don't care how bad of whatever, anything that they did wrong. I could never, ever do what my parents have done to me, to my kids. Never. No, the father, they don't see the father either. I'm really tired of waiting. I'm not going to lie. I mean, things are so far gone that I don't even think it's going to be a normal relationship if they ever do come back. I don't even know what to think or expect. I sure don't think that she's got God all up close and personal in her life if this is how she is, with her only daughter. There's got to be some kind of evil going on there. My grandma used to play with like Ouija boards, and like my mom said there was a lot of like evil things that were happening around her house and stuff. She saw a lot of evil stuff. So I don't know. It's plausible that something in her is evil and she doesn't even maybe know it. I don't know. It's just not normal for a mother to do this with their daughter, their only daughter. It's just unbelievable. Like, seriously. I've never once had an apology or an explanation as to why anything that had to happen the way that it did when I was a kid. So I've never been able to fully deal with it. It's just there. That's what's making me maybe want to try this hypnosis thing. Like maybe the hypnosis will just take away that memory so that I can try to be genuinely happy and I don't have to pretend to be putting on a brave smile and face only to close the cameras and go and cry. No, this isn't normal. I totally agree. Like there's something wrong. Exactly, Sheila. Like, I don't even know. Oh my God, seriously. This is definitely a real talk day. I could have chose to just keep going and be all friendly and uppity up and smiles and cheer, but I wouldn't be being honest with you guys. And I'm just tired of the facade. Why put up a bright big smile when there's literally nothing going right? There's no joy in my life but God. And like I said, if I didn't have him, I probably wouldn't even fucking be here. There's no way that I'd be able to deal with all this emotional pain and the chronic pain, physical. Like, there's no way. I would have been long gone out of this shithole. I do blame myself because if I had never made those stupid choices in the first fucking place, if I would have never decided to go and sell those drugs to try to build a better life, I would not be here right now? Like, it is all my fault. And I just feel so bad. There's so many people that got affected by my stupid choices. I wish I would have never made some of those choices. I feel so bad. I wish I could take it all back. Maybe if I would have listened better, maybe if I would have cleaned better, maybe, worked harder. I don't know, but I really, really wish I could redo some of my life. Screwed up everything making bad choices. I truly hope that my kids understand how sorry I am. There are things I did not do right, and I know that. I just hope one day they can forgive me. Is the Dewey Cox story on Netflix, Julie? Hi, Tracy. I hear you on the dark place. Welcome. We've all made choices we wish we could change. I really, really, really wish I could change the past. I'd give my soul to go back. I really would. Did you text me on Messenger, Tracy? It's so funny. Okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, it's really not easy to be patient. And it's already been 12 years. So, like, come on. Like, how much more patience am I supposed to have before I can have a chance to say, like, I'm sorry? Like, could we please just move forward? I miss them so much. I didn't get it, Tracy. Yeah, past is past, but it just keeps haunting me. Punished all my life. That's exactly what I think. Like, why am I still being punished? Like, we had supervised visits because remember I said this all happened in 2008? We had supervised visits until 2010, and then my parents ended up moving with my kids from Manitoba to Ontario in 2012. They cut off my visits because I got pissed off at the CFS manager, whatever you want to call her. She was like the director, and they were trying to give my daughter, who was under 12, the H1N1 shot. And I went in early. I had a meeting with the CFS woman, and I told her that I had found out my parents weren't getting the shot, my brothers weren't getting the shot. My son was 12, so he was allowed to opt out of the shot. 3 Manitobans had already died from this H1N1 virus back in the late 2000s, that I was concerned, and I didn't want Tyra, my baby girl, to have to get it. So I went in to talk to her and say, listen, I really don't want her to have to get this. Nobody in my family is getting this shot. You know, she ended up sending home a paper for her, my mom and dad, to sign for her to get that shot. And I got mad at her because I said, I thought you understood. I didn't want her to get that shot. Nobody in my family was getting the shot. And I got mad and I said, "You're not doing your fucking job right," because she was sending that paper home secretively. I just so happened to notice it rolled up as she passed it behind my back. And I was like, "What is that?" And she was like, "Oh, that's just the form for the shot to be signed." And I'm like, I just told you I didn't want her getting that shot. Like, thank God she didn't die, but like nobody in my family was getting it. So I didn't want her to have to get it. And she was only like 7 years old. And so they made her get it anyways. My parents signed it. She got it. And I was just like, so when I swore at the CFS supervisor, my visits were cut off indefinitely. And they said they would call me when they were reinstated. They never called. And in 2012, my parents moved. I found out from an old friend, childhood friend who was a real estate agent, that their house went up for sale. And it sold. And they were gone. I didn't even know where the fuck they went to in Ontario. I had to reach out to extended family that I haven't seen since I was 12 years old to find out where they even were and get their address. I took a legal course in 2016. I graduated in 2017, and how can they legally do that? I was going to go after them. How can they legally do it? Because in 2009, 1 year after they were taken, when I was still fucked up with all the drugs, we were in court and a permanent order was signed. I didn't realize it was permanent. I was so messed up in my own mind. I shouldn't have even been able or allowed to sign something like that. So my parental rights were taken away 1 year after they were taken. It didn't matter that I was in programs. It didn't matter I was doing counseling. It didn't matter any of that. Oh man, Norma, it pisses me off too. It really does. I just feel so wronged. There's nothing I can even do. So because the parental rights were taken away, CFS was able to sign off on the okay to allow my parents to move to Ontario. So now they're a whole province away. I definitely felt tricked. And if I would have known that you could go back against a legal paper and say, there's no way I was in my right mind to be able to sign something like this, for crying out loud. No, I shouldn't have been allowed to sign that. You know what I mean? I was so messed up. I didn't understand what the hell I was signing. And it was only 1 year after they were taken. So what? Why? Why? Because they were probably planning that from all along. Take my kids and go to back home, as they call it, back home, because that's where they're from, is Ontario. That's where they met. That's where they married when they were like 17 and 18 years old. The whole situation is so fucked up. It's unreal. Come on. I need to heat up my coffee and go pee. Yes, I love you. I love you. Yes, I love you. Well, I mean, they're adults now. My daughter's literally like a year or two away from being an adult. My son is an adult. Like, I love you. Thanks, Julie. Well, I definitely don't think I was in the right state of mind, but it's so far gone now because, like I said, they're adults. Like, it just doesn't even matter, and they don't want anything to do with me. So, like, take them back to court for what, you know? Other than damages, for fuck's sakes. Permanent doesn't mean permanent. Well, to them it does. Seriously. Go talk to anyone that will listen. Ask Scott Reich. Yeah. But he's a criminal lawyer, so I mean, this is probably, I mean, he might know a little bit, you know, but this would be family law, you know? Don't let her win. Whatever. I'm letting her make her own choices. I'm letting them all make their own choices, I guess, you know, like whatever. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to force them to be in my life, force them to love me? That's not how love should be, you know? I do unconditionally love them, and I understand that I hurt them, and I know that it was my fault, and I certainly deserve to to have them removed and to have to straighten out and to go for help, and all of that happened. So there should have been there shouldn't have been any permanent order that got signed. There should have been a promise to kind of work together to rebuild the family back together. And that's not at all what ever happened. It was never even in the cards to try to bring the family back together. Because, like I said, a year after they were taken, that permanent order went through. I didn't even realize it was permanent, you guys, until like 2012 when I went and got the paperwork again. I didn't even know what I fucking signed. Hi, Vincina. Thank you, Sergeant. It is wrong. It really is, Sheila. It comforts me that you guys are saying that, you know, like it's so many times I've been like, maybe it's me. Maybe I, you know, like, I don't know. Going back to my own actions, my own issues and stuff, you know? I don't think I deserve to have them taken away forever, you know? And I think that a year after they were taken to have the permanent order was completely uncalled for. That shouldn't have happened that quickly, you know? It is what it is. But it sure does trigger my depression. But I got to keep pushing forward. I got to keep trying. I got to keep being positive and just hope and pray one day they come back or something. It changes, you know? I don't know. At least my cats are comforting. She's almost 18. I mean, she's not quite. Like, she's 17 this year. So, I mean, she's a year away from being a full-blown adult. And like I said, my sons are both adults. Like, everybody's grown. It's like it's too late, you know? Oh, I definitely have admitted to my faults so many times. I can't even count. My children are absolutely gorgeous too. They're just beautiful people, you know? My son is a beautiful man. Both my sons are beautiful men, you know? My daughter's just gorgeous. I certainly hope so, Tracy. I really do. I wish I could say there was some horrific, justified, you know, act that happened on my part that warranted all of this, but I'd be the first one to admit it to you guys. I'm not even going to lie. I would totally admit any wrong. I have. It's just how I am. Like there's no point to lying about it. Somebody out there knows the truth about me and knows my past and whatever. So why lie? Like that's not that's not how I am. But will I ever get the forgiveness is kind of the bigger question. And that's really out of my control and power. Like I just can't force that. Real talk day for real. I certainly hope that they do hear this. I hope that they see how sorry I am. I hope that they just come around. I really do. I'd love to cook like meals for all of us and just have a normal life together. I certainly hope that they know how much I love them. Anyways, folks, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. All of these contributing factors brought me to this day to say, you know what? We're just going to lay all the cards on the table. There's no point to continuing on to try to be a perky, smile, positive person when everything is going wrong. The evil is winning, and I guess that's how it's going to go here on earth. But one day it's going to pay off for me, and it's the evil is going to suffer. It just may not be here on earth. So, yeah, I don't actually know where my daughter is. She chose to leave my parents' house a few years ago. Like, I think a couple years ago. It's been maybe a year or two max, actually, where I heard some kind of a rumor about her not wanting to live there anymore, and she chose to go and live in a group home. So she's kind of on her own already, but I really don't have any idea where she is. I have reached out, like I said, um, but I want to give them their own time. If they're still hurting, who am I to push for a relationship? That's their choice, right? I just hope that they see in the 600 videos that I've got going on that I'm truly a different person and I've made different choices. But the pain of all of this is still very raw and real. I definitely don't owe my parents anything. I've already thanked them, but I don't think that they did what they did correctly. Like, I really feel like they made their own mistakes along the way and their decisions. I don't think they should have left the province with my kids. I don't care if they were, if my parental rights were permanently taken and stuff. Like, there should have been efforts made to bring the family back together, and that never happened. It was never even an option. It didn't matter what I did to better myself. So, yeah, it's not that easy, Sheila. I mean, honestly, she's in a totally different province. I don't even know how I would begin to, like, I've tried even reaching out to CFS to reach out to her social worker and stuff. I can't even get a response from any of them. Nobody's returning my call. They don't owe me anything. That's for fucking sure. And they know it. They're like, oh, she doesn't have any parental rights, so we don't have to tell her shit. That's exactly where I think their mentality is on it. That's heartbreaking, Tracy, for sure. What's your solution, Sergeant? It's too bad, Tracy. That's why I don't want to push. Like, I don't want to keep getting blocked, like when they're ready, I guess they'll come and talk to me. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I just got to keep pushing forward and keep trying to be positive and keep giving it all to God and just moving forward. There's nothing else. There's nothing else physically that I can do. You know what I mean? I've reached out. I've done all my attempts. I don't know. It's kind of the ball's in their court. I don't think that's the right way to go about it, Sergeant, to trick them to meet me. I mean, especially if they're not ready. I'm not willing to just force them into that. Like, if they don't want to forgive me and they don't want to love me and they're upset about how things went for the rest of their life, that is entirely their choice. I certainly hope that's not going to be the situation, but it is their choice and it very well could be the situation. They could very well never talk to me again, never include me in their life, and that's it. I die knowing that I lost my kids because it was my own fault. I should have made better choices back when I had them, you know. Oh, I definitely think that she was seeing how they really were, and she was sick and tired of trying to be molded by my mom. And yeah, no, I give her courageous applause for standing up for herself to say, "Hey, I don't want to live here anymore. I'm done." I don't know if that's a good idea, you guys, like tricking them to meet me and stuff. That could very well just blow up in my face, and they're even more pissed off that I deceived them to get them to meet with me. I don't want to force anybody to be in my life. If you don't want to be in my life, you don't have to be. I'm not gonna just keep showing up. Like, oh, it's fine. I'll go away then. It's pretty obvious they don't want me to show up. Yeah, keep praying and fighting. It is worth the fight, of course. It's my babies. Like, they're always going to be my babies. Yeah. I wish I could say I have some amazing, awesome thing to do after this, but in all honesty, I'm probably just going to look for something funny to watch on Netflix and take my mind off all of this. Because it's just too painful to keep thinking about. I hate the wait. I really hate the wait. Yeah, I don't think they'd like that. If they wanted to give me a chance, they would probably at least talk to me on, via text in some way, right? Like on social media or something. So I don't want to force anybody to be in their lives. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, that's what I've done. I have, I'm just waiting for them to want to respond. Right now, they don't want to respond. And it is their choice. I wish I had the phone numbers for my kids. I don't even have that. But I did find them on social media, and I reached out. So I really wish that some of you guys lived closer too. You're in South Africa. Oh my goodness, it must be late. Thank you for your prayers. God can change their hearts. I know. But he gave them free will, so it's their choice too, you know? And he might be tugging on their hearts, but if they don't want to, it's their choice. It's free will. He's going to let them, you know? We could go see a movie. Take a swim, yeah. I am alone a lot, but it's because I have lack of trust in humanity anymore, for crying out loud. Everybody's so, like, shady and hateful and stupid jealous crap about my beauty and shit already. Like, shut up. I mean, seriously. I don't even think of myself like that. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm prettier than anybody. I just don't even think like that. I don't even look at another person and think, oh, well, I'm better. Like, I've literally never, ever thought like that. I don't think I'm better. I think I have problems like everybody else. I have insecurities like everybody else. You know, like, I'm not better than anybody in any way, shape, or form. So I just don't understand that mentality, you know? I think everybody's got their own beautiful and negative traits. You know what I mean? There's good and bad in everybody. Just because you see outer beauty and a good heart, you know what I mean? It doesn't make me better. And I certainly don't freaking think like that. So I hate it when other people think I think like that. I'm just like, why would I think like that? I just don't, it's so frustrating. Like, this beauty thing I have has honestly been nothing but a curse. Nothing but a curse. I wish I wasn't as beautiful. I really do. I think I maybe would have had less problems if I would have been less beautiful, maybe. I don't know. Like, it was never a good thing for me. I was completely taken advantage of. I didn't know how to value myself. I didn't feel love from my family and parents. So I didn't know how to accept love from other people in relationships, and therefore chose the wrong people who mistreated me. I never ever once thought, oh, well, because I'm beautiful, well, I'm owed something, or I've never thought like that. Like, I just can't even imagine what that must feel like to think like that. Just because you're pretty? Like, no. Like, in fact, if I know of a person who thinks like that, I automatically think they're pretty fucking ugly, actually. Like, I'm just like, ugh, like, disgusted. Like, really? You think you're better than everybody? Because your shit stinks like everybody else, honey. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that mentality. Well, Tracy, if you ever do come to Canada for a trip, you are certainly welcome to save on some hotel money. You can shack up here with me for whatever, however long, a weekend or whatever, you know, a week or something. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to change the brainwash other than continue to show the world through my platform that I'm a different person. Like, I don't care what choices I made in the past. Those are the past. You know what I mean? And I didn't deal with the past very well or very healthily. I did make some wrong choices, and I did bottle it up with drugs, and I didn't always make the right choices. I get it. I'm human. I made my mistakes. I can also admit to that and say, like, I'm sorry. I can't even take it back. I want to. I would love to. Yeah, the pot is legal here. It was legalized in 2018. Nothing really changed for me because I've had my medical marijuana since like 2015, dealing with the chronic pain and stuff. But, when it legalized, it was just kind of it was just kind of another day for me because I was always allowed, in a sense, to smoke where I was because I had the permission and the card and, documentation that if I was stopped by, officers of the law kind of thing, I would have the documentation to show that I could legally smoke. It's medical. So nothing really changed for me anyways when they legalized it. But people were giving their own money to help with the reward. Someone started saying they were fake and stealing money from the crime. What? Called Walk Hard. Wish could hang out. I appreciate you. You're cool. Aw, thanks, Julie. This too shall pass. Try to calm down. I know. Yeah. Man, when I get mad, though, I get loud, fiery, and I swear. That's me mad, Like I'm a pretty, like, wear my heart on my sleeve. Not hard to figure out, when I'm happy or mad or sad. Be cool. I mean, you have it together. Please don't throw it. Yeah, I know. I hear ya. Sometimes it's just so overwhelming. Like I just have to spew it out and just get it off my chest because it eats away at me like every day. Every day I pray for them and every day I try to pull myself up out of that depression and push forward and be happy with the small things in life, like the blue skies and nice weather and maybe a good meal that I like to cook. And I try to be happy, but like deep down inside, I'm completely fucking broken. So I'm not going to throw it away, but I'm pretty fed up with everything. Thank you, Tracy. I am going to keep praying, Kathy. Every single day I pray. That's never going to stop. Like I've literally prayed since I can remember. Like I was a kid, like I said, the first time I asked God to come into my life, and into my heart. So I've always prayed. That's been, my method of being able to stay sane so that I don't take myself out of this freaking world. You know what I mean? Like I'm just so, without him, I wouldn't be here. I know that for a fact. I know it. Your French descent, never been to Quebec or any place in Canada? Tu parles français aussi? No one is going to give the money unless it was the person getting the reward. Wow. I've heard of a few creators on YouTube making up stories of, a need that they have to take advantage of other people, which does nothing but hurt me because I'm somebody who really could use that help. I really could use somebody to care enough to start a GoFundMe to maybe get this surgery that I need. I don't even want to go for surgery, but I don't want to live in this much pain all the time either. So, I mean, I just hate when I hear that somebody's taking advantage of other people because all it does is create for them to not trust the next person who says that they are in need of help. And then they just like forget it. They don't even want to help because they thought they were helping the last person that that poured their heart out in a sense, or they thought they were being honest by pouring their heart out. Meanwhile, it was all a scam. And like people don't get their money back from that. You just get a bunch of hate coming at you from every angle kind of thing. I don't understand why anybody would want to deceive somebody like that, but it sure hurts the rest of us who are genuinely out here with a good heart and could use some help. But like, I mean, I don't even want to ask because of all these people that have misused this and taken advantage of all the good people that are on here to take their money. I mean, they really screw it up for the rest of us, They really do. Yeah, we would probably have a blast, Tracy. You're right. Give us your parents' address. We can all write a letter to them. Yeah. It's kind of funny actually. Bombard them with a bunch of mail like you should love your daughter. I think they'd probably just sell their house and move. That's exactly what I think they'd do. I think they'd take that for a second. I don't even think they'd read it. They'd start out with one or two and it would be all on my side with things and they would just move. I swear that's probably what they'd do. That's funny though, Kathy. Thanks for the chuckle. Use that to get attention from people. Use that energy in a good way. Yeah. That's my son's passion. He plans to work in that when he gets old enough. He plans to work in what? Trace. I'm in Iowa, so is a trip to Canada pretty expensive? There are actually some really good. Well, do you have your passport? Because you would need that. And I don't know how much it is for you guys, in the US. I've heard it's actually pretty reasonably priced and you can get it almost anywhere. But here in Canada, it's like a couple $100 to get a passport. But flights are generally not too bad, especially if you're not going to specify when you want to leave or come back, And there's a lot of sites out there that actually offer really good discounts and stuff. So sometimes you can get like a round trip for couple $100 or under that, Yeah, it really does mess it up for everybody. I don't actually know who that is, Sheila. True Helper? No. My kids have family somewhere in Canada from their dad's side. Interesting. Do you know where in Canada they are? Excuse me, where in Canada they are or no? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sheesh, I don't know. I guess I'm digesting that coffee. Well, here there's no tolerance, Sergeant Kobe. If you're not mentally fit or you're not stable or you're abusive and stuff, it doesn't matter if you're male or female here in Canada, you'll get arrested and charged the same way, like as either sex. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, it used to be like that, Sergeant Kobe here, where, the woman could like falsely claim that her partner is abusing her and, he'd get arrested and taken off to jail and stuff like that, even if there's no marks on her and blah, blah, blah. But the system was being abused quite severely and they took that away and they made a no tolerance law. And I believe that was back in the 90s, for crying out loud, like a long time ago now. But I remember in the 90s, them bringing up that new no tolerance law. So, women couldn't just do that anymore because some women were ruining men's lives like that by claiming that they were, being abused and whatever. And meanwhile, that wasn't the case at all, and then guys were, losing their kids and losing their house, losing everything, all because of her false claim kind of thing. And so like eventually, like I said, the courts sort of saw this and there must have been some proof and stuff from on the men's parts and stuff, and that's when the no tolerance thing came into effect. So oh, your son wants to get the medical marijuana? It took me literally like almost 5 years to get mine. I had to try so many prescribed medications first, and I mean, like that was not fun. There was a lot of like seesawing with emotions because of that, right? Trying new medications that have new side effects, and it was not fun. But after about 4 or 5 years, I finally asked my doctor if, I said, listen, this, I use marijuana at home. I was just getting it, from the streets at that point and had been for years, right? But said to my doctor, like, this is what I use at home kind of thing on top of the prescribed stuff. But I want to get rid of this prescription stuff. I don't want to have all these pills in my life. And if I can combat like three things with one medical marijuana plant kind of thing, which is like, combating the depression, combating the chronic pain, combating the sleep aid, right? So I was just like, it was a no-brainer, and it took him like 30 seconds to print off the application form, fill it out kind of thing, and I was on my way with my prescription. And I've tried, a handful of different companies, probably about half a dozen different distributors, you know, variety of quality, pricing, stuff like that. And yeah, like I wouldn't get rid of it, but I mean, one day I'd like to not have to be able to smoke to get rid of chronic pain, to get rid of depression. I'd like to be able to get this surgery to not be in so much pain, to minimize all of those things. You know what I mean? It's like it's like one thing leads to the other thing kind of thing. So I don't know, like if I could just figure out how to, or at least like Manitoba Medical covers for some of these things. And when you're in pain, they're supposed to cover this, like legally and everything. And so it's proven that I've been in pain. It's proven that I'm dealing with this. So I just don't understand why, like, I think I got to go somewhere into the Manitoba Medical to do complaints, to see about getting further help where it's pro bono, where it's I don't have to pay the thousands of dollars that are unachievable to do this. Oh, he wants to grow his own. You can actually do applications and stuff with the government to be a grow person for them. You got to go through the proper procedure and make sure that you don't have any criminal record, and you got to pass a bunch of stuff in order to be able to do it kind of thing. But it's a thing here. Send your parents a video regarding my feelings. I don't think they care. Pot is a fuck it drug for me. What, Sheila? What? I've expressed myself verbally. I've expressed myself over email. I've definitely gone over and above and beyond to reach out, and I'm sick and tired of having that door slammed in my face kind of thing. I'm done. I'm not reaching out anymore. Like I said, it's between them and God, because expecting an apology or any kind of explanation is not going to happen. So I just need to move on. And as much as I keep trying, just keeps haunting me. My ex-husband is from Laos, half Asian, but he has family like all over the place. Passed away a couple of years ago. It's after my son. His funeral. Some of his relatives from Canada were there. He wants to work in the industry. I gotcha. Most of my family smokes. Has for years, for all kinds of different reasons. It's illegal where you are, Sheila. Well, give it some time, in all honesty. Like, how many states have already legalized it? And with Canada legalizing it, I think I think they may have actually, I can't remember, but I think so. But it just seems like more and more countries are going with that kind of thing. So the fact that some states have done it and others haven't, I think it's just a matter of time before the others will. I don't know. It's kind of a guess. I don't know, right? You smoke the CBD vape? I used to vape, but it was just because I was working at a vape store. So I was like marketing it in a sense, but yeah, there's been a lot of studies and stuff that it's not super healthy, and it really does affect your lungs and stuff. I saw on TikTok there's a nurse that showed like x-rays of lungs that vape versus lungs that don't versus lungs that smoke, and it is a different kind of of a look. And I think there's been a few people that were diagnosed with the lung disease you get from vaping. And from what I hear right now, it's irreversible. Like once you get this, it's you have it, and you're gonna have trouble breathing and stuff like that. I think vaping was supposed to just be used like transitionally to stop yourself from smoking cigarettes, right? Because it had like are you okay, Cloud? Sorry. I think he's okay. But anyways, it was supposed to be used to stop you from smoking cigarettes, right? So it's supposed to, it does change your palate, like your tongue and the taste and stuff like that. So once you start vaping with the nicotine, you don't necessarily even like the taste of cigarettes. I can't tell you how many people I met that said it was really weird because they loved smoking, but once they started vaping, they didn't like the taste of the cigarette anymore after about a week of vaping. So it kind of transitionally was helpful to get them off the cigarette, but I think ultimately it was supposed to totally get you off of the nicotine, right? But some people continue with it anyways. And I mean, to each their own, right? I mean, there's so many things in this world that aren't healthy, preservatives in our foods and all kinds of, crap in the world, pollution and whatever, you know. Yeah. But I mean, if it helps you, to each their own, that's what I say. He also wants the medical card, yeah. The house could be on fire and I'd be laughing about it. Oh my goodness, girl. That's funny. Aw. Poor Sheila. He's been researching for a couple of years now, 17. He can tell you what strains are for and what issues, yeah. No, I think that's important to know, right? You want to know what your sativa and your indica and your hybrids are and what they're good for and different strains for different things. But yeah. Get in touch with Lost Family show. I will check it out, Kathy, for sure. Yeah, just let it go and see what happens. Well, this has been one heck of a day. I've been dealing with this depression and battling all these things on my own. And I think just talking about them with all of you guys really helps to get it off my chest. So I'm not feeling like it's so much in the forefront. It's right there, but I'm pushing it down and pushing it away. And I don't want to deal with it, Yeah, I quit smoking cigarettes in 2015. I used to smoke too. Cloud, come here. Mommy's going to be ending this chatty chat right away. You guys want to go outside? Come here. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Oh, you're such a big boy. Yes, you're such a big boy. I love you. I love you. You're the prettiest white cat in the whole world. You know that? You're like a white tiger. So beautiful. And yes, you're so beautiful. I think he likes it when I call him a white tiger. It like boosts his confidence. Right? You're like a white tiger? Hmm? Yeah, you are. So pretty. Got something in your eye. Trying to get this out of your eye. You're trying to kiss me? Okay, I'll put you down. Ooh, it's just purring away. Purr, purr, purr. One day at a time. Yes, Kathy. It's just been so many years of all this pain. I don't think I will ever forget it or be able to fully let it go. unless I get some kind of a mental help on it in some way. We shed lots. I just vacuumed too. Hi, Tanya, you're back. I'm a good mom. Chicken. You're funny. Makes him feel like a king, right? I'm like, you're like a white tiger. And he just sits there. Oh my God. I really truly appreciate all the support you guys give me with the, allowing me to vent and just being understanding, right? I mean, there's no way that all of what's happened is normal. Like, it's just not normal. No matter which way I look at it, no matter if I take the responsibility or, kind of look like maybe you guys did some things wrong. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter which way I slice it or look at it. There's always going to be the pain and abandonment and lack of love. You know what I mean? My friend, I just seen that you're dealing with some depression. I've dealt with that too many times in my life, but it isn't about what you feel. It's about who you are, and all I see is goodness in you. Aw. Thank you, Mountain Man. You have to say hi to the wife for me. If I quit smoking, you'd be covering my trial when I kill a bunch of people. I remember being a serious smoker, like in my teens and my 20s. And yeah, like I needed my cigarette in the morning and I needed, like it was a thing, you really, really, it's like psychologically you think it's calming you down, but really it's elevating your heart rate and it's not calming you down. But it's a mental thing, right? And I was totally addicted. At one point in my life, I was literally smoking like 2 packs a day. I was like a serious heavy smoker at one point, but not healthy for me anyways. I don't know how I managed to keep my teeth so white and wrinkles off my face. I really don't. I've never had Botox or anything, So thank you, Gary. My cat looks at me. Who are you talking to? But yeah, I smoked for years, after that childhood experience when I was in like grade 5 or some crap like that. I later ended up smoking at 11, 12. That's probably the worst I ever did when I lived at home, you know. After I got raped as a virgin kind of thing, I ended up having a beer one day to try to deal with that with people I probably shouldn't have been hanging out with. And my parents charged me with drinking under the age. I had to pay a fine and go to the magistrate and stuff like that. It was could have been a great learning lesson to have talked to me a little bit about how we deal with things that aren't positive in our lives, but that isn't what happened. So whatever. I do still have the same number. Yeah, nothing's changed for me. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate. See, I don't know if I have you as a contact anymore. Like I have you on Messenger, so I'll just send it to you there. But some days are really rough for me, you guys, Like I have a hard time sometimes pulling myself up out of that depression and not fully blaming myself and feeling like a big fat piece of crap, like for real. Because, you can't take those back, right? The decisions that I made long ago are still, very, very vivid right now, the repercussions of them, right? So I'll never forget the mistake because of what's happened to everybody affected. Like, I feel like the biggest piece of shit sometimes, So it's really hard to try to stay positive when you know damn well that if you hadn't made some of those shitty decisions, life could just be totally freaking different. It could be It could be amazing. Or we could be some dysfunctional family, who hates each other. Somebody kills somebody, or I don't know. Maybe it would have been worse or something if we were all still together. I don't know. Recently you had to bury your dog May. Oh no. I don't smoke, but people smoke those e-cigarettes. Yeah, I never smoked the e-cigarette. She's been your... It's been hard, but she was my little soldier and gave me more memories than a person ever has. Yes, I'm depressed and I can share my Pop-Tart with her. Aww. Aww. That's so, so cute. I'm sorry, though, to hear that you had to bury her, but at least you have all the memories, right? Sometimes it doesn't feel like that's enough when you lose someone or something like a pet, right? That's super close with you, but Pauline's still smoking. Loneliness dose to you. Can't smoke in your apartment. It's terrible, but it helps me when I don't have or do anything else. Right. I gotcha. Every morning, come home to her every night. She's always going to be with me every moment of my days. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sherry. I'm having rough times right now. I have depression. Excuse me, and some anxiety as well. I had to pop back in and see if you're okay. Excuse me already. Seriously, was that 4 burps in a row? Like, oh my goodness. I just about belched that out. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yes. Okay, I got you now, hon. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. Gigi, I'm sorry that you're not doing very well either. If any of you guys need to talk or vent too, I am an open door type person. I'm an open book. So feel free to text or email or, however you have my contact information. I'm here for you guys too. I appreciate those that are here for me. I hate the haters that are just here to laugh at my demise or whatever. They're here to gloat about me feeling so crappy, but you know what I mean? Like, whatever. There's always going to be haters. Sometimes they get to me. For the most part, I can combat it pretty well, but there's times where it's a little too much. It's just like, you know what? Back the fuck off. Get lost. Go do something else. But you're on Messenger. Let's see if I can look you up. Do you go by the same name or? What's your profile picture? Is it like looks like sunglasses or something? And is it spelled the same? Tanya? Thank you, Kathy. I truly appreciate you guys who, come around to actually, be my friend and listen and try to help and stuff. But the one with the braids. I don't see anybody with braids. In fact, it's all white people actually. I'm like, I'll go and look on Pauline. I'll look for you. I think I found you pretty quickly. Oh, I think you sent me a message. Oh, is that just today or? That might have just been today. I'll send you a hi back so we're connected. But if any of you guys need to vent or you need to talk or you just, you're going through your own issues, even if it's not the same issues or it's different or whatever it is, I'm totally here for all of you guys too. The haters really help more subs? I don't know. I don't know. You're the kind of person that would have the troll crying. Yeah, sure, Tanya, because I don't see you, girl. I really don't. There's nobody with braids on here. Like I said, it's all it's all white people. I'm like, oh, this doesn't match you. But yeah, if you can find me, that would be good. But if any of you guys need to talk, please don't hesitate. I'm here for all of you guys too. I want to share with y'all. Sometimes I once rode in rodeos, and my rodeo coach once told me, you will have nothing to fear once you find that one true heartbeat. Interesting. I don't know if I even trust trying to bring somebody into my life in an intimate way. And because I'm celibate and I'm so close with God, I'm sure not willing to lay down and have sex with anybody, especially when we're not even married. So, I'm following the Bible, and there's a lot of worldly men out there that would just love to have some fun. That's not what I'm about. Usually once they figure out that I'm not going to sleep with them, they get lost pretty fast. To see what is being said. Nosy. Yeah, they're nosy, all right. They do the exact same thing to me. And then they go and talk about it on other channels and talk about me behind my back and backstab, and like they're just vicious, evil, worldly people. They're not of my world. They're not angelic. They're not godly. Because if they were, they wouldn't be acting like that or doing stuff like that. But what's up, my boy? I didn't get any text. Oh, wait a minute. Did you send it to the one where I'm wearing the sunglasses and I'm looking up driving? Because that's the account I don't use very often. The one that I use is I've got 4 little pictures lined up together. There's only 2 accounts under my name, Sherry Weens. So shouldn't be too hard to find, but you may have messaged the one that I don't use very often at all. The only reason I even created the second account, you guys, was because I was in a legal course where they specifically asked if you would be proud, or, it was professional for an employer to see your social media account. I have nothing on my regular social media account that I'm not proud of, or that I wouldn't want any of them to see, kind of thing. But they did request that we create like a new account and make it the professional kind of what you would want to share with your employer or whatever. But like I said, there's nothing really on my main account that I wouldn't. But I created it because it was a request from the school, the teacher. See you, Kathy. Thank you for joining. Yeah, people go to the channel. Yeah. Yeah, and Tanya, I didn't get it. Childish they are. They are very childish, Sheila. Seriously. I helped you a bit. Aw. Well, y'all helped me a lot today because, like, I was just a wreck this weekend. Like, I really, after losing the competition, and I was just like, there goes my chances of being out of pain. There goes my chances for clearing these stupid student loans. There goes my chances at buying a cheap car. Like, I mean, just the whole thing came crashing down on me. And like I said, I was literally the whole contest, I was literally picturing myself as the winner. And I was so proud that I had made it down to the finals. I thought, wow, like I think we really are going to win this. Like I was just really determined, and yeah, just didn't turn out like that. So that, coupled with the depression, coupled with bullshit happening with the revenue on YouTube and Google, and that coupled with, them hating me because I love God, the whole thing, I was just like, all right, I'm so freaking done. Everybody's going to hear about it now. And I'm so open, you guys. I have no reason to lie to you at all. Like, I'm so open. Y'all are going to see my analytics. Y'all are going to see how YouTube and Google treat me personally. I don't know how the hell they treat anybody else, but they seem to be rewarding the wrong things. It doesn't matter, what you believe in. You shouldn't, the work that you do and the content you put out, and it is your own, right? Everybody's doing their own where they're supposed to. Everybody's supposed to do their own work and put out their own creation of stories, right? So, I mean, you're doing the work, you're going about it like, and then to just have it taken away because you don't think the same way as they do, you're not willing to step all over people and steal their content in order to build your channel. They're going to punish you and take away your money. Like, what is that? It pisses me off so much. It every day, like I tell you, I tell them to go fuck themselves. That's exactly how I feel. Y'all want to punish me? Well, there you go. Now you can have the real me, and I'll just really talk how I talk, and y'all can know about my godly relationship, and that's it. Like, forget it. You want to punish me? You don't want to pay me for my work? Oh well, I guess I'll collect it later when I die. We're in heaven, because it's going to add up, and it's going to go there. Guaranteed. I already know it. I've had the message given to me, and I already know that everybody has free will, so it's all of your choices to do whatever you're doing, So, whatever. It is what it is, Okay, I think I got it now. Yes. Found it. But it sure does suck to be like, pushed on, shit on, not appreciated. Your work doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how original your content is. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how reliable and how, due diligent you are. It doesn't matter how much you put yourself on the platform. If they don't agree with what your message is and they don't believe in what you believe in, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to reward you. They're not going to help you. It doesn't matter what you do. And I tested it by making it seem as though, oh, well, goddamn this and, Jesus Christ that and all this. I tried. I really did. Christmas is about gifts and family and drinks. And sure as shit, I was rewarded with $250 right around Christmas. And that was a really nice gift. But then as soon as I made an over comment of, oh my God, that was it. Revenue taken back. So fuck you too. That's how I feel about Google and YouTube right now. You guys are a bunch of fucking assholes for doing what you're doing, but free will, to each their own. Go for it. You want to shut down my channel? You want to punish me and take all my money? Well, that's your prerogative, but guaranteed you're going to pay for it one day. Sucks to be you. Hello, Judy. That is for you to figure out. Then one night, as I was climbing down the bowl, I realized exactly what he meant. In life, it's not okay to be afraid, but there is nothing to fear. Oh, I'm not scared of nothing. I'm not scared of dying. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of pain. I'm not scared of being killed. I'm ready to go, actually. Like, bring it on. Let's do this. And I'm sorry for those of you that really love me and want me to, see me for the rest of my life. But I gotta be honest. I can't wait to not have to be in chronic pain every single day of my life, every single hour of my days. I cannot wait to not have my heart bleeding for my kids and my family. I cannot wait to stop desiring that somebody fucking love me, somebody care kind of thing. I cannot wait to be done with this shit. Like, for real, it's been nothing but painful, nothing but heartache, nothing but hardships. And it's never been easy. Not one single fucking step ever in my life. Never. So I'm ready, No, I highly doubt I'm even going to get any of that, Norma. I would almost even just encourage that if anybody wants to donate, maybe just do it through PayPal because it goes straight to me then. But YouTube just takes it. all my donations and stuff, like I've got a list of you guys. I'll show you guys that too tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, on Wednesday. I'll show you guys everything in the YouTube analytics so you can see everything that I've ever gotten, everything spikes and drops and everything. You guys are going to see it all so that you can actually see for yourself exactly how they're treating me. And then, if you decide that it's justified and all of that, well, that's fine. But if you decide that you want to support me in a different way, I would, that's fine too. Like I would honestly be really happy with that. I find it really like there's a bad taste in my mouth about this whole platform and what they're doing and stuff. It's uncalled for. They don't need to treat people like that because they don't believe in the same thing you do. I don't care. Go believe in your devil. Go believe in evil. Go believe in nothing. Go be an atheist. I don't care. But don't fucking hate on me because I believe in God. Don't punish me because you're the evil person in charge of the platform. So you get to decide who gets money and who doesn't. If we're all fucking working and we're bringing in our own content, we're making our own stories, y'all should be paying us for that. And I think it's bullshit that you think you're going to be able to get away with it for the rest of your life and never, ever be held accountable. Mark my words, everybody's going to be held accountable. And it won't happen until each and every one of us has our own time to pass. And when we die and we meet God face to face, that's when it's going to happen. And then everybody who's done shit in this world is going to get shit for eternity. And everybody who's been shitted on in this world, from this world, is going to get eternal bliss and like heaven and amazingness. So, have fun here on earth where there's free will and all that. Because once that's gone, good luck. Seriously. I was so disappointed when I lost too, Tracy. I'm not going to lie. Like, I literally cried. I really did. I was really thinking that I got this. I got this. I didn't have it, And I don't even know who the winner is because it's just the finals where they were choosing like one winner out of each group. I don't know how many groups there even was, but I didn't make it to that last thing to try to win the main position. So I don't think I would get it, Norma. I'm serious. Like I said, it doesn't come through. Like it shows that there's a donation and stuff, but it doesn't show like automatically in the revenue or anything. The revenue stays the same. So the PayPal thing is really similar to like an e-transfer kind of thing where you would use somebody's email to send them funds. PayPal accounts are free to start and, it works directly from your bank kind of thing. So it's all connected and it's all very, very secure. So then once you send the money, it goes from your bank through PayPal to the person kind of thing, That money I actually get. There's been some people along the road that have done the donations in that way because this isn't the first time I've talked about this revenue problem. It's been a problem for years with this platform and me particularly. I don't know who else is having this fucking problem, but I know I am, and I've been having it for years. So there were people that were donating regularly that were saying like, well, I don't want to send it here then. If I'm going to donate, I want you to get it all. So they would send, that's why I set up the GoFundMe, I set up the Patreon and the PayPal. Those are 3 places that people had said, I'd rather send it to you here because here you're going to get it all, So I went and created accounts and stuff. And that's why I'm, on so many different revenue streams kind of thing. Like, there's only one person that ever donated through GoFundMe. There's only one person that ever donated through Patreon, and like I said, there was that person that asked me to please set that up so that they could donate. So those are the only reasons that I set up all those revenue ways to donate, right? Because people were asking me to, and then I'd get the haters coming around saying, well, why do you have like 5 places to donate money? That's all you want? It's money? Like, no, I never fucking said that. Somebody asked me to make it so they could. And I was just like, whatever. I can't please everybody kind of thing, They always think I have like a ulterior motive, like it's that I'm trying to shade or do something wrong. Meanwhile, I'm the most honest cat you'll ever fucking find, and I'm not trying to shade anybody or do anything wrong, you know? But that's sure not how they see it. Like the haters, they see it as like, oh, you're just trying to scam everybody. Like, please, you know? Seriously. So no, I definitely don't get the money that you send here if you're sending it straight through YouTube. Like I said, they just keep taking my revenue. And you'll see that on Wednesday when I show you guys the back end of YouTube, unless they shut down the account before then, which I really don't give a shit if they do. I'm so fucking done. I'm not even making anything. I barely ever have. Like, whatever. Seriously. You're funny, Sheila. Yeah, a money order would be fine too, right? But they usually cost like 7 or $10 just to get a money order. So it's like, if you just want to donate like $10, I don't want it to cost somebody like $10 to donate $10. Like that's kind of ridiculous, you know? But like I said, the electronic transfer is something that you do through your bank account, right? Where you set up somebody's email and you electronically send them money through your account. Well, PayPal's kind of the same thing because your account is connected to the PayPal. So when you send money from PayPal, it takes it from your bank account to the person. And there isn't any transferring fees and stuff like that. So, and you get the full amount. You know what I mean? Just, seriously, some people though. Yeah, I don't actually know how to get money from Facebook Messenger or anything like that. Jesus saves. You got that right, Judy. Satan takes souls. You got that right too. The popular people are all owned by Satan. You got that right. And they're paid by him too. And they get paid very well. But like I said, one day that's not going to fucking pay off. If you've relied on Satan taking care of you up until you die, that's going to come back and bite you in the ass. That's how I feel about that. I think super chat, you get more. Yeah, that's the same thing though. Super chat, like in here on YouTube, it goes kind of straight to them. They take it. Like they make it look like they're giving it to you, but they're really not. Like I said, I'll show you all of that. Getting my taxes this week. Aw. Yeah, I gotta do mine too. I'm hoping maybe I can afford a small car with it or something. I don't know. Like, because whatever I get's probably only going to be a third of what I actually need for surgery. I might get a couple grand back and I need 7 grand to do this stupid surgery. Like, could they make it any more unachievable? Like whatever. One day I'm going to be able to afford purchases at $7,000 a pop. Don't worry. But right now I can't. And so I just have to suffer. Like that doesn't seem fair, Oh, you can't afford 7,000? Well, I guess you're just going to be in pain. Like that just doesn't seem very fair. The mentality of that. Yeah, they are miserable people. I totally agree. I wouldn't doubt if they've been listening this entire time, too. I really don't care. I'm done caring. I tried to conform. I tried to be kind and not bring up God necessarily on every live and every deep talk that we've ever had. I really did try to conform a little bit, make the non-believers feel more welcome, It didn't help at all. Like I said, the one, oh my God, and boom, everything was gone. Like, it's like they listened for it. And then when the evil devil, Satan, hears God, he's mad. He's instantly mad. Why'd you have to bring God into this? Y'all ever seen that Lucifer show? He does an exact replica of what exactly Satan's probably doing. Like cringing and like, God, he doesn't want to hear that name. Because he knows that he is inferior to God. He's nothing. And he has to listen. Well, that's going to all happen to every single one of us one day where we're going to have to listen. We're going to be held accountable. Thanks, but I'd say my time, your dime. Aw, Sheila. Yeah. Yeah, I wish it was like that. That's what it is written in the Bible. But I mean, we do need money to survive, We need but we're supposed to sort of more depend on God that he's going to provide, right? But we also have to do our own legwork. We have to work in order to get that money, in order to be able to, buy the supplies to live, right? Our food, our water, and our drink, and whatever. So I mean, like it's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's the root of all evil because it's full of greed and crap. But like, I don't know if any of y'all are even aware of the fact that fiat currency, which is the paper currency, fiat currency, is all overprinted in every single country to the point that it's one day it's going to crash. It's going to be completely worthless. In fact, it even happened in some place in Africa already, where bills were overprinted so badly that a $50,000 bill now is worth like 50 cents. Like, it's worth nothing. So people that built up their savings and saved all their money and stuff, their government went and overprinted it all, and now all their savings was worth nothing. So they ended up poor anyways. So I mean, you shouldn't just work for money because yeah, it's going to eventually crash and fail and burn. But Lara, sorry. YouTube has been playing us from day one. They have. They've been MSM. What's MSM? All along pretending to be a free speech forum when actually they're punishing people for having a different belief system than them. They believe in God or the devil, and the devil's going to provide, and their fame, and they're popular, and they're putting their all into that. But one day, that's all going to be having to be held accountable for. You know what I mean? All of our choices. So it really sucks that they think that they're doing good in some way or something, because they're really screwing people over. Yeah, you got to tell them you will pray for them to find him. Exactly, right? Not everybody's cup of tea, and yay, you got free will. You don't want to believe in God, you don't have to, but mistreating other people because they believe in God, mark my words, those are going to be severely held accountable for. And it's us that are building up the riches because we're being treated like crap, because we're being mistreated, not treated fairly, that's going to get made right one day. It's probably not going to happen here on earth, but it will happen one day. The love of money is the root. Yes, yeah. Lots have religion and they claim that they're Christians. Yeah. No, God is not a religion. You got that right. And the religions are actually the devil that's divided the church. So, yeah, no, those aren't good either. And if you are a Christian person sitting over in your space and you're judging other people like, oh, you're gay, and oh, you're trans, and oh, you're this, and like whatever it is that you're judging people on, that's going to come back and bite you too, because as a Christian you're not supposed to judge other people. It's not your freaking job. It's only God's job. So I mean, that saying of who made you God is really real. There's too many people in the churches that are thinking that they're better than others because they have God. You're already automatically in the wrong place if that's your mentality of thinking about it. It's just so unfortunate how many people are so lost. That's why it says in the Bible that there's some people that are going to be knocking at the gates of heaven, and he's going to say, I don't know you, because you were never really close with God. You're all high and holier than now and judgy towards other people. You weren't loving people. You're supposed to even love the haters, which is really hard to do, but I do make an effort. I do try, and I certainly make sure that I pray for you all. Doesn't matter if you believe or not. Every single day, I pray for the entire freaking world because I believe that we need it. And I hope that the people that are already within the churches understand one day, their eyes are opened, that what they're doing is wrong, that they shouldn't be judging other people. But to each their own, right? That's what free will is. You either have this, thought process of it's not my position or place to judge, or you don't, and you think it is your position and place to judge. Whatever, to each their own. Like, everybody's got choices to make. So the surgery is because my front, my abdomen, my muscles will not reelasticize back to the skin is just hanging, and the muscles are so loosened from being obese for so long that it will not reelasticize back. So it's constantly pulling, and it's been pulling for so many years now. It's created all these bulging discs in my spinal cord, which creates for chronic pain. Unbelievable. And because they label that particular surgery as plastic surgery, well, suddenly you have to pay thousands of dollars. It doesn't matter that you're in pain. It doesn't matter that there's proof that the bulging discs are actually, being caught. You pick the tension up from the front, and I can literally feel my spine being relieved. But I can't walk around like this all damn day. Oh my God. It's so fucking just brutal, you guys. So it just pulls all the time. Easy, me and my daughter do it all the time. Just need a debit card attached to your bank account. Yes, Tracy, that's how you do it. You speak the truth, Judy says. This is why I don't watch TV, go to the movies. The music is even evil. I'm the same. I have the exact same mentality. It's all evil, and they're penetrating the world with it. They're creating for people to want idols, to idolize their famous, you know, that's why when people are like, well, who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite actor and stuff? I don't even have, I'm like, I don't know, like I don't have one, because I don't idolize them. But I can remember when I was younger and I wasn't very close with God, I idolized the bands I listened to. I was like, oh my goodness, they came out with a new song. I was just so hype. I wanted to go to the concerts. I mean, I was so like, yeah. And now looking back, like I realized I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't close with God. I didn't really know about the worldly tricks, you know what I mean? Where they're trying to fool you into thinking that somebody's a really good person or they're there for a great cause. Meanwhile, they're all full of evil and they've signed over how many souls to get there? Seriously, the Illuminati and all that crap, it's all real. It's for real. It's evil. And they get to pick and choose who they want to make famous and who's going to be the next big star, who's going to be promoted, who's going to get worked with. It depends on who you give them for souls that are good people. I've even spoken with a friend of mine in the US, and he was actually contacted by the Illuminati. Very funny guy, seriously, like had probably could have had it all. You know what I mean? And when the Illuminati contacted him and you know what they wanted? They wanted his parents' souls. They wanted his mom and dad's soul. They wanted him to sign that over to them. Like, I don't know how the hell you go about doing that, but I guess that's how the evil works. But they wanted him to do that in order to be famous, in order to make him get there. So how many other people in the Illuminati world have done that with maybe even their newborn children? They're having babies that are brand new, fresh, new souls. I mean, the whole thing is so corrupted. It's so bad. Like, so bad. What you judge them on can come upon you. You got that right, Sheila. 100%. I am really speaking the truth. Thank you, Judy, for noticing. I do. You know what? I think that's what I'm supposed to be here for. I'm supposed to be encouraging people in this world, not trying to conform and not mention God. Like, fuck it. I already tried doing that. And yeah, I got a little tiny reward of $250, only for them to take it back. So how much of a reward was that? I got 1 month to collect that. That was it. And that was around Christmas. So thanks for the $200. The fuck am I supposed to do with that anyways? Like, seriously. So it's a whole lot of garbage. It's a whole lot of deceit, evil crap. And as long as you're willing to go along with that, well, yeah, you probably get thousands of subscribers and you're going to get your videos shown to more people around the world. You're going to have hundreds of thousands of views, which is going to equal more money from them. Doesn't even matter if you stole the content. It doesn't matter. They actually probably applaud that more and give you an extra bonus. It's a load of shit. It really is. I am a truther now. That's awesome. No, it's not right. Chronic pain is bad. You can't stand up with good posture. I try, like if I'm wearing my braces and stuff, I really try to force myself, but it hurts. Like it does. Yeah, the core is having trouble supporting the spine, and the front is put the tension is pulled for so many years that it's created all of those bulging discs. So the only two options are to take the front off, like cut off the extra skin, tighten the muscle and fix that, or get a spinal fusion where your spine gets fused together. And I probably wouldn't even ever be able to stand upright, never mind dance or bike or do any of the things I'd really love to be able to do again that I can't do comfortably now. So unfortunately, yeah, the labeling that what they need to do to take that skin off, to make that stomach to retighten those muscles, that's all considered plastic. They should have never fucking labeled it that. But because they did, they're allowed to legally charge thousands of dollars. Because those surgeons, those plastic surgeons, they don't look at you like, "Oh, you're in pain, we're trying to help you." They look at you with dollar signs in their eyes like, "Oh, you're somebody who hates your image? You don't like the way you look in the mirror? Well, good. I could change that for you, but you're going to have to pay me a hefty price." That's not at all where I'm at. Mentally, I love my body. I'm very, very happy with the journey. I used to weigh 320 pounds, for crying out loud. I'm very happy with the way I look now. I don't want to change a damn thing. But if it's the tension of the front, the extra skin and the muscles that are pulling so much that it's like I'm 9 months pregnant all the time, no, that's got to go. You got to take it off because it's not just going to go and shrink back like some kind of silly putty or something. It's skin. You stretch it out, it stays stretched out. Like it is what it is. And like I said, because they labeled the surgery the way they did, they legally can get away with charging thousands of dollars for it. Like that's why I'm hoping the next surgeon that sees the MRI, that sees the bulging discs, will actually take that into consideration and not just, "Oh, this woman wants free surgery." Fuck no. I don't want to go under the knife and have to heal. And no, I don't want that. I wish it could just go back normally by itself. It doesn't matter how much exercise, how much healthy eating, how much, it doesn't matter. It's not, I've been with trainers, I've been with doctors. It's not going to magically just back to the muscle and the skin's going to be back the way it was. It was stretched out for years. I was huge. I have pictures to prove it. Like, I'm not joking. This is exactly what the doctor says I need, but the surgeons try to charge me thousands of dollars to do. And I can't afford it. Like, plain and simple. Oh. Yes, it was nice chatting with you too, Sheila. Well, the Christian singers, musicians, and actors that are like fooling the world kind of thing, and they really secretly are, with Satan and all of that, they're also going to be held accountable. They might reap and, have all of the desires and everything that they get from that. They might have all that here on earth, but they're certainly not going to have it all in the afterlife. Build your treasures up, right? Not here, because you're not taking any of this with you. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, Trace. It really is. Crying out loud, So it is what it is. Chris Watt's case is another sacrifice case. That's what they say. Yeah, I don't know about that. I honestly feel like it was, I don't think it was that. I don't get that message from that case. Like with what I hear like he stepped away and turned away from his marriage and turned to another person. And that person is bipolar and not mentally stable and really just wanted to take over Shanann's place. So I see all of that as, the vindictive mistress wanting to take over the main part, concocting this stupid plan of annihilating the entire family. I don't see how any of that was supposed to work in their favor, though. How they thought that they'd just be able to live the rest of their lives fucking like bunnies 6 times a day. I don't see how they thought that that was going to be the ending, but logically, how the hell can you really even wrap your mind around either one of those people, right? They are not mentally, you're not able to do that if you're normal. I think that's how I chalk that up, Yeah, that's why I have to pay for it, Tracy. But like I said, the more that I talk, I'm like, I need to go to Manitoba Medical and I need to bring my file. I need my MRI results. I need all of the specialists and the procedures that we did, all of the testing and everything. I need to bring all that information to Manitoba Medical and say, here, like, somebody please help me. There's got to be somebody that's willing to go the extra mile to help somebody that's in pain. It just can't be left like this. No, you just got to deal with it and wear, braces for your back and wear corsets and like all this crap. Like I feel so restricted in anything I wear because of it. I don't get to walk around normal and I can't just sit normal. Like I can't even just release my abdomen normally. Otherwise it starts pulling on my back so bad. I got shooting pains going all the way up my neck. Like, this is ridiculous already. Yeah, I know. If I had the money, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's why I was so set on the competition. I was like, there's my answer. And I made it through so far in the competition. I thought maybe, just maybe, God was actually going to allow this and we were going to go for it. No, all falls apart. I don't get anything. I didn't even finish in the finals. I'm just like, and I realized that I beat out a lot of other people and all that stuff. But like, it doesn't matter if you didn't get the end win, That's kind of how I see it. It just doesn't matter. So yeah, I need to go higher up. My family doctor's great. He's the one that recommended the surgery that I needed. But when I got to the surgeon's office, you see how my eyes just squinted? That was because of a shooting pain going up my fucking neck. When I got to the surgeon's office, the woman asked me if I had money to pay for any part of the procedure, to which my response was, how much are we talking? And she was like, about $3,000. And I was like, no, I don't. So she scratched off and erased the surgery that the doctor recommended and put in a different surgery. And that's what I ended up getting. It was called an apronectomy, which just cut off the lower part of the skin that was hanging over my vaginal area. It was creating a red line. It was pulling. It was constant carrying this around and it was causing me issues. So they cut off the bottom piece and left the rest. And now my back is just fucked. Like, it's so fucked now. It's even worse than it was before. Like, oh, seriously, so bad, you guys. A spa day would be awesome. Seriously. All right, you guys, I gotta go stretch. I gotta do something. I can't just sit here. So I hope this helps explain everything. Like, I'm an open book. I'm not lying about anything. I truly, truly, truly do need some help. But I mean, like, I've tried asking. There's nobody willing to help me. It's just, I mean, it's so pointless. Like, is there no good people left in the world? Like, what is this, And then the ones that are shitty and bad and liars, those are the ones that are getting the donations and the bonuses and the right pay from Google and YouTube. Like, come on. Oh my God, it's enough to just make you seriously. I can't believe they label it as that too. And like I've said this before, it would be different if they couldn't find anything wrong with me. If it's just in my head, they don't see the bulging disc. There's nothing. And in the beginning, when we were first doing tests, we hadn't done the MRI to go that deep and we couldn't find anything. The doctors couldn't see anything wrong. And that's what they kept coming back with me with. until we did the MRI. And that showed all the bulging discs. And then my family doctor had some answers. And that's when we did the referral to go for the surgery that ended up getting erased and changed to something else because I didn't have money. Like, come on, what kind of fucking thing is this? You can see I'm in pain, but you're just going to leave me like this? Like, it's just unbelievable. Seriously. Oh, so frustrating. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to try going up as high as I can. I'm going to try to figure out if there's somebody in Manitoba that can help me with this to get a surgeon to understand and go with the procedure. Because I'm not the only person that's been in pain that's needed a cosmetic surgery procedure to stop that pain. I know that there's been other people that have been covered for this thing. So you can't tell me like, oh, it's just on you. And if you can't afford the money, well, just leave it. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's exactly what I've been told. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Like, that doesn't seem right. That's not fair. That's not ethical. It's not right on every fucking level. They're doctors. They took oaths to help people in pain. And you can see there's pain that's happening. It's not like there's nothing, like we couldn't find anything in the beginning. Now you can see, but still afforded yourself? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, I'm definitely going to be going as high up and figure out who else I can talk to get involved in the situation, to give them my file, to get some help, because this can't be the final answer, It's just not okay. You're bipolar, but you take meds for it, right? I mean, whatchamacallit there, Nicole Kessinger, she wasn't taking any medications for it that we know of. So she's just off the wall. Oh, goodness sakes. Because remember I said that to you, Tracy? I'm like, how many people out here are bipolar that are medicated that aren't concocting plans to annihilate an entire family? How many people? Like, have been diagnosed with that exact illness, but they're medicating and they're completely freaking normal and fine, right? Unbelievable. You're the good bipolar. Love it. Well, at least you're responsible enough to medicate yourself when you know that you have that, that's been diagnosed. Like, I don't think Nicole Kessinger has that mentality, And now that she's completely screwed up, like, how many people's lives, maybe now she's medicated and normal, who knows? But she also looks like she got away with murder, or at least planning it, Unreal. This whole world is just completely screwed up. It's unreal. I can't handle it, I try to be the positive, bright spirit here, but with all the evil around, it's really hard sometimes to shine. But I'm not going to let them win. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to, like I said, they're going to have to shut this channel down because they hate that I love God. If that's how they're going to be, that's what they're going to have to do to get rid of me. Because I'm not going to just leave you guys and give up, Yeah, there's got to be something. Like, there's just no way. Like, this is it. You just have to live with this for the rest of your life. Like, come on. Oh, you guys, I love you so much. I'm seriously so thankful for all the likes and all the support. I couldn't do this without you guys. And I mean, I was having a really hard time trying to continue being positive. And now that I've gotten all this off my chest and stuff, and I hope, like when you guys see the analytics and you see the actual breakdown of everything, that you'll really understand, like, she's not lying. Like, look at this, So, we'll take it from there for everybody who wants some proof and they want to actually see it for themselves. And yeah, we'll see what you think next week when we look into this more. I was going to look into a new story, but hey, if they're not even going to fucking pay me, well, I guess we could just look into my own shit online, right? You guys could just see for yourselves exactly how they're treating people. I get so fired up, my pupils start dilating, and I'm just like, The family doctor, he can refer, and he has referred me again, because I went in and I finally said to him, like, can't we just send the MRI? Can't we send the file? because I've had back pains the whole time I've been dealing with him. I've always had back pains, but we were steadily dealing with this, trying to do tests to find out what's going on, to, you know what I mean? We were really, really trying to figure out this problem. There's no way at my age that I should have this amount of pain, right? So we were really doing tests and specialists and all kinds of different procedures to figure this out. And, I finally went to him and I said, like, can't we just do a referral where the surgeon actually sees everything we've done versus just signing a referral? They get my name, they contact me for an appointment, and I go in. And they don't have any history. They don't have any, of the tests. They don't have any of the procedures that we did. They don't know anything about me, really, So to them, I could very well just look like somebody who wants free surgery. So that, I said to him, like, could we just send all of what we've done together to the next surgeon so he or she has all the information to, appropriately make the decision? And I'm hoping that this step will actually give me somebody who cares enough to see the problem, to want to help fix it. But I mean, I'm not going to know until that referral office contacts me to go in. And I mean, he said that could take a year or two. We did that like maybe 6 months or less ago, where I asked him to send in another referral, but send in the file, send them the information so they can actually see what's going on and what we've all done. And they're maybe not going to hopefully come out with the same answer of, oh, she just wants free surgery. Like, get out of here, Ugh, so it's super frustrating, and I'm really hoping there's going to be a different outcome. But I definitely would feel like I may have to go all the way to Manitoba Medical with everything and say, here, I've gone to see like 4 surgeons and they're all telling me to pay them. They don't want to help me. Like, there's got to be something that somebody can do, There's just no way that I should have to just deal with this for the rest of my life at my age. I'm still young. Like, geez, this shouldn't be happening the way it's happening. So it should have never been labeled cosmetic. Like, what were they thinking? What they were thinking was greed and money. That's what they were thinking. Oh, well, there'll just be every woman in the world's going to want free abdomen surgery. So, we better label this as a cost so that we don't have to do a whole bunch of these for free. Like, shame on those doctors. Shame on you. If you can see there's a problem and you're a doctor, you should be doing everything in your power to help that person. And if you're not, mark my words, one day you're going to be walking around with that pain. One day God's going to give it all to you and he's going to say, look, I've been helping her with this because you wouldn't. So here you go. You can have it now. And you're going to have it for eternity. So I'm just dealing with it for now. But fuck, does it ever feel like it's long? It just makes everything harder. Just even bending over to put on my damn shoes and tie them up. I'm like, ask Carl. He's seen me I don't know how many times, bitching and moaning and cracking, and snapping and moving. And, who fakes that kind of shit? Like, come on. Ugh, seriously. Ugh, so maddening. Anyways, unbelievable. Thanks, Trace. I'll definitely shoot you back a message, okay? I love all of you guys. I seriously, like I said, I couldn't do this without you, and I really appreciate that you accept me no matter, if you believe in God or not, like that's not what this is about, right? It's about acceptance and having a platform where everybody's welcome. And, nobody should be discriminated against just because you have a different belief system. That's just bullshit right there. The good bipolar, you're funny. Well, much love. I truly appreciate all of you. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that button. I'd love to have you join every week. We meet twice a week live, Wednesdays at 6 and Sundays at 1, both Central Times. So we're not going to be changing the Wednesday live, folks, because like I said, I was working on a different time zone and I didn't even really realize it until the day that we went to do the 7 p.m. live, actually. And I'm like, oh man, like it was a blonde moment. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I didn't realize with the time zone, like I was actually a half hour ahead. So yeah, 6 o'clock it is, but I did I did say that we were going to try an AM one. So, you know, I don't know if we should do that this Wednesday, though. Damn. Because I really want to show you guys the YouTube analytics so you guys can really see what the hell I'm talking about, you know? But 7 o'clock in the morning before I got to go to work, I don't know if I want to do that either. It's going to make me all mad. Oh, seriously. Much love, Yvette, Tracy, Judy, everybody who's here. I really appreciate all of you guys for real. Thank you. God bless all of you guys. I just want to say a quick little prayer. We've never really done that here, but thank you, Lord, Heavenly Father, for this, you know, opportunity and for everybody who comes together here on my platform. I really, truly want you to just reach out and touch their hearts and souls for me, Lord, and just help give them, you know, the best life possible, no matter where they are at in their life. And I thank you, Heavenly Father, for making and creating each and every one of them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I thank you guys so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I really appreciate you being here to listen to all my problems and my crappy days. And I appreciate you not hating on me for expressing all of this. So we'll see how YouTube and Google feel about it, I guess, now, right? The channel ends up shut down. Well, y'all know why. Much love. I will definitely see you guys on Wednesday. I'll put up a post in the community page to let you guys know, like, if we're just going to do like a little 7 a.m. coffee, or if it's going to be a 6 p.m. real talk again, where you can see the YouTube analytics and all that. Okay. Much love. I really, really appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining and hanging out and making me feel better in this low time of my life. I really do appreciate you. Much love. See you guys again soon. Bye for now.